And we're live.
And we're live. I'm gonna switch over to the live comments.
Okay. Oh, let me make sure. Okay.
Right, let me share it out really quick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, come on, phone. Oh yeah, I didn't turn my Wi-Fi back on. Duh.
I still get so nervous at the beginning of these. I don't know why.
Really? I don't get nervous when it's like the three of us together, or like, you know, but when it's just like just me, I still get a little nervous.
Yeah.
But I wasn't nervous the other day because Tasha was there, and then as soon as I went on, you clicked on, I was like, okay. My girls are here.
Yeah. I try to get there, at least if I can't stay the whole time, at least be there at the beginning.
Kristen said, hey ladies, hey. I just saw it on the little chat.
Okay.
It popped up. I'm trying to send it out really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of my friends called me the other night, and I was chatting with him for like 2 hours, but he was like, oh yeah, I watched it. I was like, why did you say? He's like, I just like to watch. I didn't want to like chat with everyone.
Yeah. Well, and I noticed that too, when I look back at the numbers, there was a lot of people that just were watching, which is totally fine. I mean, that's expected, I believe.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right, I just sent it out. Oops. Okay, it's posted on my Facebook. And luckily, like, I did my makeup. I just did like a basic makeup before I went to the vet because I was like, I know how these vets, like, every single time it takes forever. I'm not gonna have any time when I get back.
I know. I really should take Chloe for a checkup, but I just know what they're gonna say. They're gonna tell me she has all these. Probably there's teeth that I think she needs removed because the last time we went, oh, there's Triple C and Joe. The last time she went, they were trying to tell me it was going to be between $800 and $1,800 to get her teeth extracted.
Yeah, Tatum needs her one little tooth taken out of the front because I told you that my ex's devil dog attacked her and broke her friggin' tooth. And then she's just gonna get a cleaning because they're like, we'll just do a cleaning and tooth extraction. It'll be like the same, like a flat price. So I was like, my roommate recommended me to this one, which is like, it's going to be like $575, but I was like, I just want to get it done so I don't have to worry about it later.
Yeah. I know. I mean, she's 13. Like,
yeah.
Dropping that much money. I know that probably sounds so heartless, but it's just like she's at her life expectancy. So I don't know that dropping $1,800 is, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Deirdre, she saw my IG post. She was like, I'm glad I saw this.
Oh, nice. Hey, Deirdre.
Where's your girl Tasha at? Who knows? She's probably getting best friend some lunch or dinner or something. Okay, guys. So I guess we can just give Tasha a few minutes and the people a few minutes to roll in. But so today we're talking about regrets, and it could be from anything. Like, I thought about a few different areas of my life that I have regret. Oh, she's here. I sent you the link, Tasha. Let me see if I can post it here. I posted it in our IG group.
This is our life. It's here.
Hey, this is our life. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
I'm going to get her in the room. Once she gets in the room, then we'll go ahead and get started. But like I said, regrets. So if you guys want to share some of yours, feel free. If you want to pop on, that you're more than welcome to do that too. And I know Tasha was having some technical difficulties with her phone and computer, I think. Or maybe she got the computer.
I don't think she got the computer. I know she has a little habit of breaking computers.
Oh, the shade. So we'll give her a few because I know she's been trying to get stuff set up. And so how are you guys feeling? Today's Tuesday. It seems like I kept thinking today was like Thursday. Yesterday just seemed like a long day to me.
Hey, so when I want to share the link onto my YouTube, like the little community chat thing, do I have to just copy the link and then paste it there? Or is there another way to, like, how can I do that?
I just push share. If you go to the video and push share, it says create post.
Oh, right at top in red. Oh, okay.
Good, Dana. I'm glad it's a great day. It is a great day. It's been kind of overcast today, which I love overcast days, especially since the last couple have been so hot. Oh, guys. So if you can't tell, I have my Lash by Kia lashes on. These are the other pair that I got from my did on my live the other day. Oh, here comes Tasha. Here she comes. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, hold on, because this computer, remember, I have half a screen, so hold on. So I'm trying to see how I can do this. Let me see. I can't see anything. Hold on.
It's giving you Sunday vibes, Deirdre. Is it? I wonder why.
Okay, I'm here.
It does feel like it doesn't feel like a Tuesday today. Weird.
Come on, computer, work. Hold on, sorry.
Work. Yeah, I never know what day feels like anything anymore. Like, it's just all a blur.
Dana, I actually filmed the video today, so that will go up tomorrow. I'm trying to slowly get back into my rhythm. So thank you, girl.
Finally.
I know. I was all out of practice, stumbling over words.
You should see how small y'all look, because this half of the computer is broken and this half is not. So, yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. We got, let's see, we got a good handful of people in here. There's 3 watching. So, like I said, people, they'll come in as we go. When I broke my computer, I had to hook my computer to my TV with my HDMI. Oh, that's a good idea. Then you could see everything on this big screen. That's smart. Okay, so today the topic is regrets. And it could be, I know you said you don't have none, Tasha. We can't all be you. But it could be regrets on any level. And I brought a couple ideas or a couple examples. So I don't know if you guys want me to go first or do you guys want to go?
Sure, go ahead.
So you get to pick. You want like prison tea or some family tea?
Let's start with some prison tea.
That's so funny. That's what Babe said. He's like, you know they're gonna pick prison.
Yeah.
Okay, so if for some of you guys that don't know, because you're new to me and the channel and everything. So my husband is incarcerated, has been for almost 23 years. We've been together for 24 years, and he'll be coming home in a matter of days. So, when I say coming home, actually he'll be going to work release, but then I'll get to see him more. He'll get to come home on the weekends. And
we're not going to see her no more.
You will. Oh, Triple C said you have such a beautiful smile, Tootsie. And Deirdre said I want all this. Said I regret gaining all this weight. Girl, me too. That's funny. Okay. So, am I yelling? I feel like I'm shouting. Candace, calm down. If any of you have had any experience with someone who's incarcerated, this might make more sense. And I'll try to break it down because sometimes it'll be like, that's not really a big deal, but it is in a prison. So now, Kristen, we're going to wait till January or February before that happens. I don't want
to liar. The lies.
Yeah, good to see you. Okay, so when someone's incarcerated, there's a whole nother set of rules that they live by. The politics in there are real serious, and like it could literally be life and death, if you break the rules. And so if you're with someone who is incarcerated, those rules apply while you're dealing with anything around prison. You just have to keep your mouth shut and go with the flow. And sometimes that is so hard to do. Daphne's in the building. Now she's Daphne done made us our own flyer, y'all. Did y'all see this flyer Daphne just put up for us?
Oh no.
She said, I'm a fan. I said, I know that's right.
She is like bombing those things.
I didn't get to see anything.
She put up a flyer 2 days ago. She had a
that one. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. I thought you meant to put up a new one.
Triple C says you're looking so refreshing and gorgeous, Tasha.
Oh, girl, thank you. No makeup today. This is what you get.
Okay, so you have to follow the rules. They're not necessarily rules I live by, but you have to go with them. So, long story short, there was a guy that was roommates with Babe. I don't know what we should call him. Let's just, huh?
Like their cellmate?
Yeah. It was, well, they weren't even cellmates, but they were friends in there. So we'll just call him D. And then we'll call the girl J. So he has a girlfriend that wanted to come visit. And I came regularly. So because they were friends, Babe asked me like, hey, would you mind riding up with her? Now, this is the beginning and the end of that ever happening. Like once after this, I'd never done it before. And after this situation, I never did it again because you'll see why. So, I go and pick her up. We go and we're riding up. We're talking. We're getting along fine. Everything's cool. And she mentioned like, yeah, because he gets out in like another year. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know that because at the time, Babe still had like 15 to go. So I had thought he was the guy D was around the same amount of time. So when I get there to visit, I told Babe, I was like, hey, did you know that D gets out in like a year? And he was like, no, he doesn't. And I said, well, she thinks he does. So, hey, PJ's in the building. I'm telling y'all my regret regarding an incident that happened while we've been incarcerated, PJ, just to catch up. So he tells me like, no, Dewey has about the same time I have. And I said, well, she doesn't think that. So he was like, well, that's their business, which is my cue, his cue for me to like keep your mouth shut. So we continue to ride up every week. And of course, we start to become friendly because, you know, we're talking for a 2-hour ride there and back. And she keeps telling me like all her plans on what she's going to do and how she's changing her job, how she's moving, all of these things that she's doing around him coming home. And I'm sitting in the car with her for hours and just like, you know, your stomach is on fire because you're just like, baby girl, this is not it. Like he's not right. And I wanted to say it so bad. So we got to be really close and she started asking me like, cause I think she started having doubts that it was the truth. And she would ask me like, do you know anything? And I was like, girl, even if I did, you know, I can't say anything. Like, that's how I would answer it. To try to like get away from committing to it. And then I would tell Babe, like, you need to tell him, he needs to tell her because she's moving to a whole nother place because she wants to be closer to him. She's changing her job. She's cut off certain family members. Like she's doing all these things for this dude and he's lying to her. And so Babe started pressing the dude like, okay, now you got my lady in a bad situation because you ain't handling your business. Like you need to tell her. And he kept saying, okay, I'm going to tell her. This went on for like months, y'all, months. And I just kept more and more guilt. Like I felt so bad. And she would be like, you would tell me, right? And I was like, girl, yeah. Like
I don't know you.
So I'm really lying to this girl because if I tell her and then she goes back and tells him, that could be a problem for him and Babe. Well, it would become a problem. And it's not that I was worried about Babe, like that the dude would take off on Babe. I was worried about my man having to go to the hole for doing something to this dude. You know what I mean? So it was just bad. So we went up one day and she was like, kept asking. Hi, Vivian. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, hey.
She kept asking me, like, what did you do? And this is what I did, y'all. I said, well, you could always, because I knew you could find out. And I don't know why she didn't try to find out. I was like, yeah, I mean, you could always just find out by looking at the website. And she was like, oh, you can find that on the website?
Oh.
So part of me was like, hey, Deanna, thanks for coming in. So when I said that, I knew that I was going to be in trouble for giving her that little tidbit, but I could not let her continue to find out. And we're in the car together, and we just got in the car together. So we started the ride, and she went to the website and found out that he had like 20 years. she was devastated. Like the tears just flew. She was crying. She wouldn't talk. I was like, "You want to turn around? You want to go home?" She was like, "No, I'm gonna confront this dude." Like she was mad,
Oh,
like more hurt. So when we walk in together, and he's all, he's waiting to see his girl, so he's excited, and he sees that she's crying, and her face looks like, "I'm gonna kill you." So I walk right over to Babe. I hug him, and I'm like, "It's about to go down." Like she knows, and he was just like, "What?" And so I told him the whole thing that happened. He's like, "What did you say?" Like, he was like, "Why did you say that?" And I was like, "Because she kept asking, and I couldn't lie anymore." I'm just like, and then he wasn't mad because he was like, "Yeah, no, homie should have handled that a long time ago. It's not your place. Like, he can't put you in a weird place and you not say anything." Okay, so now everybody knows the tea. She knew, he knew that she knew, right? She leaves like after 5 minutes of being there. So basically she gave him a cussing of a lifetime and walked out. So I was still visiting, but we're there together, and we rode in her car. So I was like, "Oh, so that means I gotta leave too." So I stayed for like a half an hour, and then we both left. Well, on the car ride home, she was like, "Could you drive?" Because she was just so upset. So I'm driving, and I'm just like trying to console her, and still, she doesn't know that I know that he was going to be in that time. She doesn't know that I've known this whole time until that motherfucker told her. He called her that night, and he was trying to get back in with her. Like, "I'm so sorry," because he had another good girlfriend that he would talk to all the time, and he was like, "And she told me I should tell you, and Spice is known, and she's been telling me that I should tell you all this time." So he threw me under the bus. And I'm trying to like protect him this whole time. So then I went and told Babe. I was like, "This is what he said. He said this about me and blah, blah, blah." And of course that got handled. But do you know that she, of course, turned on me and was like, blocked my number, would not talk to me, nothing, but then started talking to him again and took her ass back up to visit?
of course.
That's why I'm like, I can see your man tonguing a woman down in the middle of the street. I ain't telling you, because nobody ever listens to the friends. They never listen to the friends.
That's why I got friends. I'm too real. I tell them the truth, and then they get mad. I don't understand. Like, don't ask me. Tasha, my man cheating, do you want me to lie or tell you the truth? Like, and then they get mad. Like,
And then you're the bad guy.
They're quick to tell you. I ain't got time. I ain't got friends.
Right. So I guess the part where I have the regrets is that, for one, after this happened, I never was friends with nobody else's woman. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not going to visit. We don't talk nothing. To the point where people started rumor like, she thinks she's stuck up. She don't like no. She thinks she's better than us. And that wasn't the case. It was just like, I don't want to get tied up into no mess. And I don't want to put Babe in no mess. Yes, Deirdre, 1 year to 20 years. She found that out in a matter of like 5 minutes. Could you imagine? So I actually reached out to her after through the dude, because she had blocked me, and I was like, I felt so guilty, and I felt like me and her had been fighting together for almost a whole year. I never told her, and she knew why I couldn't tell her, and I would tell her that then. I was like, "Now you know, if I don't tell you, you know why I can't tell you." But she was like, "But do you know something?" And I would keep denying it. And I still, because I really, really liked her. I thought she was a cool chick. We bonded and we talked all the time. I would go to her house. She'd come to my house. I think that I just need to always be true to myself first, not put myself in situations that make me have to lie, because I was lying to her. And then two, like, I guess just like, basically it was me lying. Like, I just felt bad for lying for months, even though I had to. And to this day, we barely have spoken. I ran into her one time, and she was like, "How are you guys doing?" And I was like, "Fine." And guess what? She was still talking to him, not like as his woman, but she still like sent him money or put money on his phone, stuff like that. And it was just like, how did I get to be the bad guy? And y'all are still friends, but you can't talk to me, and you know my hands were tied. It hurt my feelings that I hurt her so badly, and I was a part of hurting her.
So, question.
Yeah.
So why did he tell her? Like, why was he leading her to believe that he only? Like, she was gonna find out eventually.
Yeah, but no woman in their right mind, except for me, stays with someone who's doing 20 years. Like,
because
What was he gonna do? Was he just gonna be like, oh, it got switched? I have 2 years now. Just slowly increase it.
this is the game. So he could have said like, yeah, I'm going to get out in a year based on me getting this appeal. So then if he don't get the appeal, like, babe, we're still appealing. And he could just keep it going on and on.
Oh.
Yeah, because my best friend, he was locked up for 6 years, and he had a roommate that was my ex, but he didn't know it was my ex. I didn't know it was my ex till it's just a long story. But he had a roommate, and he was locked up for 12 years. And then with the roommate had a girlfriend, but the girlfriend thought he was locked up for 2 years. So the girlfriend was holding him down. But the way that they do, because my baby daddy was in and out of jail, so I know the game. The game is that they pretend, okay, because they know you're gonna fall for them. They're gonna do everything. They're gonna send you pictures. They're gonna send you love notes, and you're gonna fall for them. So then they could play it out like, I don't know what happened, this and that. Or sometimes they could be like, I just didn't want to tell you because I really liked you. You know, it's a mind thing.
I love you so much, but you can't love somebody and be lying to them that tough about something so big. It's her decision on whether she's going to stay or not. And obviously, she stayed long enough. So you probably could just told her the truth and still got a lot out of her. But it is like they are trying to hold on to their meal ticket. So they'll lie. They'll pretend like, oh, yeah, I'm going back to court. And so you, as the woman, have this hope that he's going to get out. This is going to be short term. And they just keep dangling it. That happens a lot. Deanna said she's confused. Real quick, Deanna. So, if you don't know, my guy is incarcerated, and at one point, I was giving a ride to a girl who her dude was also incarcerated, and he had lied to her about how much time he had to do. And when I found out, I kind of nudged her in a way to find out, and it just caused it was a big mess. It was a bunch of trouble.
So wait, so he went, like, he told her that you knew the whole time, and so
he told her that I knew as like a way to get all the heat off of him. And to say like, see, like, they knew how hard it was for me. I've been trying to tell you because Spice knew, and she told me I needed to let you know. Like, he was making like he was going through this struggle, and that we were like helping him come to terms with telling her. And that wasn't the case. We were telling him like, you tell her, or I'm gonna tell her, and he just never told her. Okay, yeah, Deanna gets it now. I know many men in prison who run scams. And girl, the scams be real, and they're good. Like, I get why some girls fall for them, but then sometimes I'm like, girl, you stupid. That is not good. That's not smart. But like, I've seen guys literally have girls coming in on rotation at the same visit. So at some visit places, you'll have like a break in the middle, like, or like 12 o'clock, you'll get in at 10, and then you can leave at 12. I've been in line and seen the girl leaving at 12 and passing the girl that's coming in at 12. And they don't even know the two were coming to see the same man. Sometimes, like, either there'll be messy visitors or messy officers, and the officers will say, like, oh, he's already out there.
Yep.
He already out there. Like, that happens too. And one time, this girl came in and popped this girl in her eye before she could even say anything. She just walked to the table and popped her, and then popped him and walked out. It was crazy.
That happened with my baby father. We went to go visit my baby father, and the officers used to be mad cool with me. I don't know. I make friends quick, and the officer's like, who you here to see? And I told the name, and then he's like, oh, you're the only one. But, you know, if he did have someone else, I'll let you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one time he had someone else come. Oh, Tasha Jean came up dead, almost banged. Yo, the officer's like, okay, you're pregnant. Oh, nobody ever came up again.
I know, that's right. I had one come to me that she always would come to visit every week, so I would be kind of friendly with her. She was the mom of a guy in there. And so she came up to me and was like, I am so disappointed. And I said, why? And she was like, she's talking about my babe. He had this light-skinned woman up there that kissed him on the lips last Friday. And I'm already kind of like, what? Because I know there's more to the story. And then I was like, Okay, I know who came up last Friday. It was his mom. Well, I went into the visit with Babe, and I said, Babe, she thinks that you were kissing some girl up here last Friday. And he was like, why would you think about me like that, man? I'm like, that was my mom. Why would you think that? And he was so upset because she was
stupid because it was my baby daddy's sister. After I fought him, and then when I found out who came, it was the sister. So I had to ask the officer, like, what's her name? After I made a whole scene, and they said Jasmine Watts with the same last name.
Right.
I said, oh.
He was so upset. That's your lesson. Don't you bring nobody else up here because I will find out. They will tell you. That was so funny because she was so upset. And then when he was like, ma'am, why would you think that about me? I wouldn't do that. That was my mom. And she was like, okay, I got my eye on you. I got my about it. She's like, don't you be playing her for no fool. Yes, Camellia, they love the drama. And I can't even lie. I kind of do too. Because sometimes there'll be so much going on in that business. Girl, baby's been made. They got all kind of stuff that happens in those visiting rooms. It's crazy.
So I always wondered, I was like, I wonder how they meet these chicks that just like are kind of like little groupies. Well, I'm always, well, not lately because of everything going on, but I'm usually on all these dating websites. And this one guy messaged me, and he was really good looking. So we were chatting for a week and a half, and he's like, I have to be honest with you. And I was like, oh Lord. So then he's like, I'm incarcerated and I get out in a year.
How were you talking to him?
You're telling me this story. I was like, I almost got sucked in.
Yeah. Some people had phones sneaked in there. My boy.
He did. And so the pictures he had were just like his face. Mm-hmm. And then he sent me a picture of him sitting on his little metal stool and I was like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I was like, I'm not trying to start a relationship with somebody in your situation. I was like, I'm not trying to be hurtful, but he was also in Sacramento, so it was 3 hours away. I was like, I'm not finna drive down there. And but I'm glad I did because he was probably doing oh, I only have a year. Now I know.
I mean, he probably had a good 20 behind them, I'm sure. Yeah. Deanna asked, how often do I visit? So before quarantine, I would go on Friday evenings for 2 hours. And because now he's closer. He's only 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. I'd go on Friday evenings because they have a 2-hour visit. And then on the weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday, they'd have an all-day visit. So I would do one of each. But now I haven't seen my man since March, y'all. March. Oh. And because they shut down visiting, and even though he's getting moved soon, even there, they're not letting anyone come in or go out. So I don't know when I'm going to see him again. It's crazy. Oh. Yeah, Daphne, Mama had my back. Triple C said, my nephew in there right now with the baby on the way. Oh, his wife found out, and now they're getting divorced. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
I was like, why is everybody so calm? Oh, dear. I'm like, hold on.
What, Dana? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. So just to make sure the baby is not the wife's baby, he got someone else pregnant, which they do. You know how many guards end up getting pregnant and knocked up from these dudes? PJ said, I used to write guys in prison from Black Confession mag. Girl, I remember that. That's so old. That's so funny. Why, PJ? Daphne said, I have a friend locked up for life, but I never visit him. But all that goes down in there. LOL. Yeah, hopefully soon, Deanna. Man, life is...
No, we're not going to talk about this dumb friend, okay? Dumb friend. This friend is stupid, okay? He was like a childhood friend. My mom loved him. My mom loved him for her. He was always at everything we have. All our family knows him. He was just that kid that you just oh, Epps is here. Epps. Because he was just that kid. So everybody started writing us, started inboxing me and my sister, oh, Epps' facing life. F is facing life. So I guess he met a girl in Backpage, okay? So his plan was he was supposed to rob this girl, okay? So they go rob this girl. Mind you, this is a hotel he worked at before, okay? He puts the hotel under his name, okay? And then he robs this girl and kills her and takes all the information. Mind you, they know who you are. This is your job. That's like me going to Starbucks and killing somebody, okay? So then he goes home and then the cops come after him and they find all his information, all the girl's information, okay? All the stuff that they quote unquote robbed, took her credit cards, whatever the hell he took, and then said, "Yo, Def, you know it wasn't me, right? Who was it? Have you in the surveillance camera? They have you everything." And then his poor friend, who didn't have nothing, like he did, I don't know if he shot too, but it was his first crime. He was just riding with him, facing life. Well, basically, they have life together. Like, you know, and that type of dude.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's just a dumb friend. My sister and him, like, they kind of broke apart as friends, but my sister, like, but he always trying to contact her, like, always trying to contact her. And like, you know, it wasn't me, right?
Oh, Triple C said the baby belongs to a guard. And Dana said, "Oh yeah, we know. We see Orange is the New Black." It does go down. PJ said, "Girl, I was young and stupid and had nothing better to do." The guards be getting in with they do, male and female. Oh my God! I mean, I did hear all the fine ones are in there. Now that's something I can tell you. There be some nice looking men in there, and I feel like they are so preserved, like they don't age. Their skin be clear. They just look so healthy because I don't know if it's because they out in the elements. I don't know what it is. But while they're locked up, they just be looking good. And the day. And then they come out and, you know, girls are like, you just came from another planet. Ain't nobody out here looking like that. Where are you from? And it's just like they get all this action because it's like prison just preserves them somehow. I don't know. And it's sad because like all my friends are like, where are the black men at? But they be in prison. They're in prison. Like you will go in and there's just a lot of men. They're like, we never see men out here that look like you because you've been in here for 20 years. Like, be free. Or stop committing crimes. Or stop with people having we need to change our incarceration system. Because a lot of them have way too excessive sentences.
Yeah.
Way too excessive.
Even my best friend, when I went to go see him, I said, "Oh, when you look this good." I don't like him like that, but he looked good. Like, oh, I said, I told him, I said, "What you look using on your face? You look good." He's like, "Tasha, you know, stop gassing the nigga." Like, he looked good, but you know, I couldn't date him like that, you know, because he was part of the story of remember the Derricks with the best friends. The two friends that did me grimy, so he did them too. So I can't.
Okay, Deanna, thanks for popping in, girl.
Bye.
You just said it's a setup. Yeah.
I just need. Well, now I'm in a relationship, but before, just one. Just
Daphne, yes, the guards. The guards be. You know how many times they proposition Babe, and one of them, I think I told y'all, where she would always be kicking in my face when I come up there. She's another sister and was like, "Hey, girl, like sometimes if there's a black guard, they'd be nice to you because it's just like we don't support our own. But then sometimes they'd be mean to you because they want your man and they don't like the fact that you're coming up there kissing your man that they think is their man in their mind." So he's had plenty of them like watch him while he's taking a shower. One of them was like, "Could you come help me move the TVs into the storage room?" And he said he was putting the TVs in there and she gonna sit on the cabinet and open her legs, knowing he had to put the TV over her. So she was trying to get her to come in between her legs. Yeah. I was like, this heifer. And she's another one that would see me and be smiling in my face every week, checking me in and knowing that you just tried to do that, you old gutter snipe. Deanna said, "Girl, this is my first day in 2 weeks." Well, get it, girl. I need to do it too because I got on that scale today and then 4 pounds I lost, they is back.
Girl, okay? I've been working out like almost every single day. I can't move my girl. My birthday's coming up and I want to look snatched. Like that's my birthday gift to myself. But
what day is your birthday?
The 15th of August.
Okay, I'm the 19th. I'm right behind you.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
I think DJ's birthday is in August too, I think. Or no, she's late July, right? Or
no, August
now.
Triple C.
Oh, she a Leo?
Yeah, she's I'm older than her. Couple of days.
I'm older than all y'all.
Just a
Don't even try it. Someone was like, somebody said, I was on the live, or it was, I think, our last live, and someone said, I'm damn near 40. I was like, no, I'm damn near 40, like, for real. Sit down.
Oh, yeah, whoever said it was only 35.
Right.
Because I was like,
got a lot of time. Okay, so, who's up? Who's next?
I guess I'll go then. Mine's not as juicy, but...
Oh, it's like...
So my regret, like most of my regrets deal with family because my family they have a lot of like mental health and drug issues. So they're like, I don't know, but like, and because it's family, you always get in that mindset, especially when you're younger, you're taught, oh, family's everything. And so when I was in the Army, I made pretty good money, at least for what I had been making before I got in the Army. So my brother, he plays 5 different instruments. He writes songs. Like, he was super, super talented, like, great voice. And he was saying about how he needed to get away because our hometown is super small. Like, my graduating class is 53.
Oh,
and
wow.
so there's, like, no opportunities in that area.
Right.
And so he's like, oh, I really want to move to California, blah, 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 blah. So first off, a person that used to be my friend up until recently, back then is when the lying had started. So she was like, oh, I have a house in San Francisco. He's welcome to move there, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that would be epic because it's going to be hella expensive and I'm going to help him move and everything. Well, as the time kept getting closer, she's like, well, my parents are doing something with the house, or this is like the excuses kept coming up. So then my brother's like, well, I'm getting in the car now. I'm just leaving. And I was like, okay. So of course the thing with her house didn't work out. And my brother gets to California, has to find a place to live. So in San Francisco, I'm paying for his rent, his food, like everything. But I had so much faith in him. I was like, he is talented. Like it would like amaze you, like his music, just everything. And I was like, he is so talented. Like I have so much faith that he could succeed out there. So he got out there, and in the beginning, he was just like busking around the city, and he was making like a decent little chunk. And so, but he was always sick. And I was like, why are you always sick? Like, you need to, like, I'm giving you money for food and stuff. Like, what, are you eating healthy? Like, why are you always sick? And come to find out, I didn't know he was addicted to heroin. But he was always like, I had access to his bank account. So I'm like, why do you keep withdrawing money, like, from your bank account? And he's like, oh, well, I needed it for this or for that or whatever. I bought him like this really nice GPS before he left. Somebody broke into his car and stole the GPS. And so it was just constant like stuff. Well, then I hadn't heard from him for a minute. And his friend posted a picture of my brother drinking like 4 Locos. Like there was like a mini riot in San Francisco. And he's like at this riot drinking a 4 Locos, just like, I don't know, going crazy. And I'm like, what the heck? So
off your dime.
What's that? Yeah.
And
at the time, I was in Iraq, so I had limited access to what I knew it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I was like, what is this mother beep doing? And so my mom is like, oh, he's sick, so I'm gonna send him some money for medicine. And I was like, why are you sending him like medicine and money through the mail? Like, I don't get it. So here, my mom was sending him opiates through the mail because he was dope sick, which I didn't understand any of this. I'm just like this naive, like, he's my brother, and like I pretty much raised both my brothers, like, you know, growing up, and
that's drug trafficking, by the way.
What's that?
That's drug trafficking, by the way.
Right. And so this whole thing was just chaos. And so before he left, he went to rehab, but it was for like other stuff, and I had paid. I was like, I'm gonna help him out because he's my brother. And so like basically he moved back to Pennsylvania, was working at a grocery store, and then that's the one I eventually had custody of his kids for a year and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so he owes me over 5G. And so him and his wife, because I told you his wife has a YouTube channel. She has like 1 million subscribers. He has like 40 or 30,000 subscribers. And so I was like, y'all, I know you're making good money now, because they went and bought like a Bengal cat. They like were just like all over the place. So I'm not trying to say you have to like pay me all at once, but we can settle on something. I'm not trying to put you out. So we settled on $200 a month. I was like, okay. I would have been happy with 50. Like, I was just like, it's the whole point of making that action to pay me back. The second month, I was like, I haven't received the money. His wife's like, oh, deal with your brother. This is your guys' issue. And I was like, okay. So I contacted my brother. He straight up blocked me on all like social media, like, and I haven't heard from them since.
How long ago?
What's that?
How long ago?
It was right when I first started traveling. So the last I've heard from them, I think, is like February or March 2018. You
need to take his ass to Judge Joe Brown.
I know, but then I'd still have to pay for it because they like, it's like crazy. And so I was just like, dude, like, if you couldn't have made it, because his wife's like, well, the kids are starting school. I was like, okay, well then just simply say, hey, Ashley, this month the kids are about to go to school. They're going to be in preschool and kindergarten. And they're like, we need to get school clothes and stuff. I'm a nice person. Like, I would have understood, but then just to straight up block me. And now I can't have contact with my niece or nephew. Like, I was like, so that's my like biggest regret, because it's not so much the money. Yeah, it sucks losing over $5,000. Like, that sucks. But it's that like my family, like when they were like, oh, we need help. And then as soon as like you need help or you ask for a bag, they're like, bye. So
yeah, it's hurtful when your family makes you feel like you're replaceable when they don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't appreciate what you've done to them or done for them.
Yeah.
And you did a lot more than the 5Gs. Like you said, you took care of his kids for a year. That alone, he should be willing to pay you back.
Yeah.
But then to block you just because he don't want to give you the money, like, that's so ugly. But
and the thing is, it was like so like it was crazy because my mom was lying the whole time too, and she's like, oh, I did, but my brother would like record their conversations, and so he had to use it like blackmail. So he had proof that my mom, like her saying that like, yeah, I sent it to you, or I did this or that. And then when my mom had custody of the kids first, when they first got taken away, but then they got taken away from her because they found out about her drug issues and stuff. So my family is just like a hot mess.
She has 1 million subscribers. Like, what does she do on YouTube?
She does ASMR.
And she's annoying.
What's that?
I said she's annoying at it.
I remember. I'll tell you Tasha offline if you want to check her out, but I'm not about to promote her.
Pay Tootsie! Pay Tootsie! Now!
Start a Pay Tootsie army and jam her ass.
Right? The biggest slap in the face was too, like, so there was all this drama. My sister-in-law was like, oh, woe is me because of my opioid addiction and heroin addiction. I have all these teeth issues. So her subscribers were like mad sending her money. She went and got a boob job. And so they all started coming at her and they're like, dude, you said this was for your teeth. And she's like, oh, I did get my teeth fixed, but somebody offered to pay for my boob job. And so like, and then she had like lip fillers done and stuff. And I was like, really? Like, I was like, and not that I'm trying to be like, well, I took care of your kids, which I did, but like, even when all the drama was going on and like CPS was like, oh, we want to set up these classes, and no one in my family at that point, they're like, we don't want anything to do with Victor and those two, like they're crazy,
right?
And I was the only one that stuck by them. I was the only one that still tried to like support them, and then they were just like, bye.
Yeah.
So I just like, I don't understand my family, and like the biggest regret is like I tried so hard just because family, and like they just always are like,
family will do you the worst.
Even like I tell people that all the time. Jesus had family. Jesus was running solo. I mean, I just feel like family's just for word. You know, there's some people that have family and they're 100% blessed. Like me, I can sit here and say I'm blessed because I have my sister. I have, certain cousins, because I told you I was a homeless child. I was in everybody's house, so they had no choice to love me. But I was just that, kid, that kid that was blessed because I lacked that with my mama. You know what I'm saying? But my family, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I have a very good family support system, but the person that I want that from, I don't get it from. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like the best family you have is yourself. Like, in the end of the day, my mom used to always say this all the time. You don't need family. You don't need a man. So what? You're going to die by yourself. And it's true. I had to get to that mentality because I was always about friends. That was my thing. I cared about people. I'll give my friends the last penny I have in my bag. I'll give my friends everything. But the crazy thing is, nobody was doing it for me. Birthdays, I was going out my way for friends, but friends only know me when they need something. So, yo, forget it. My kids, I have my kids here. I haven't seen half of these. The only time I see these friends is when I have a birthday party and they come and get free food. To keep it a buck, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the end of the day, yeah, it's nice to have family. It is, but in the end, I just feel like a lot of family just puts you down anyways. Like, I just feel like, you have I have friends that are better than my family. Like, I meet people, even like YouTube world that check on me more than my family, so it's just, I don't know. I get where you're coming from, but all this you gotta remember. Remember, because when Tootsie's at millions, remember, don't forget. You can be nice. You can treat someone kind. You can always be loving, but don't ever forget. Don't ever. Okay, I'm dying. Oh, that's so sad. You want me to call? Da, 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 da. You don't have to be rude. You still could care. You can still listen, but you gotta remember. Like, don't ever forget. Like, I always tell people, I write down everything everybody does to me. I don't care. Everybody always says I'm petty. I'm petty. I need to remember, because the people that is there for you, sometimes we tend to like neglect those people. Like, and they're there. It's like, hey, I'm here for you, but you're caring about mama and dada, and that's the people that's not caring. And you have good friends that treats you like a mother, like, so I don't know. I get where you're coming from, but you just gotta you know what? I did it, God, my heart. I took care of these kids. It is what it is. These kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna remember. And you just did your part.
Yeah.
You don't know the struggle they're probably still going through. Like, Karma's probably chewing their asses up. So even though you're not getting yours back, that comes back around. So is a bigger, that's harder than you could ever punish them.
Yeah.
God will punish them harder than you could ever punish them. And they're gonna have to face that, what they did.
They come back to you. That's what they do. They come back to you. They're gonna play the victim role and cry. And you know how many people I know did me grimy that come back to me and cry, and I will listen. I will listen, and I will be like, oh, that's so sad. Just pray. Jesus will help you. Yeah. I don't forget. I never forget what you do, but you got to be petty too, because when it's your turn to be up there, you don't forget. You remember, but you're not going to be bad to them, because if you treat them bad, that karma's going to come back to you. You got to be kind and be nice and do like my mom said. What would Jesus do? Even though she don't do what Jesus would do, but whatever. But you got to think like that. Like, what would Jesus do? You be kind. I'm kind to everybody. People say like, oh, you have a good heart. You can't now. Because I know if I'm evil, I'm gonna still stay down because I'm angry. You gotta learn to just forgive, care for the people that care for you, and then. But remember, they're gonna come back. Believe me, because that money's gonna blow. Trust me.
Hey, Lash by Kia, yeah, girl, I got them on again. These are the other pair. I forget what they're called. I had the schoolgirl or school work something the last time, but these ones are Rocket, I think. Anyway, yes, girl. Thanks for joining. Deirdre said, shoot, that's my regret, loving to love, but that's who I am, so I would never change that, but I've been tested plenty times. I hear that. Mm-hmm. She said, preach, Tasha. Lash by Kia, oh my God, you're so right. Hey, Spice, they're cute. Said, I love Karma. She is the best. Ain't she? And she comes right on time, too. Lash by Kia, it's hint. Come back tenfold. Yeah. And then Karma knows everyone's address. It's true. The thing too with family is like that I've had that family are the last people to ever recognize your change or acknowledge that you are a different person. They're gonna keep holding you accountable is fine. But if you're holding how I was when I was a teenager against me still to this day, that obviously means you don't know me and you're not a part of my life to know that I'm not that way anymore. So then why am I here with you? Yeah. I got to know. And that's one of my other regrets is that I just let people continue to be a part of my life when they're literally sucking the joy from me because they have the title of some type of a relative. And my Dave always tells me, he's like, relatives and family are two different things. You have relatives. Those are who your blood is and how you're connected. But family is who loves you and accepts you. And that's all I'm focused on. And it doesn't matter your title, cousin, grandma, sister, brother, like all of that. If you're not for team us, then I can't be in my world. Like it's just going to be smaller because you can't be around me and constantly trying to make me feel bad or not supporting or not showing up for me or only showing up when it's something easy like, oh, she had surgery, so I'm going to bring her a dinner. That's great. And I appreciate that. But when I really need y'all and everybody's ghosts, I don't have nothing to say to y'all no more.
I learned about like my mom had like men that she dated. Well, I'm not gonna say men, well, two men like she dated, and one passed away, and the other one's in the hospital. It's crazy coincidence around the same time, but to me that opened because these men were amazing fathers to their children. I mean, amazing father. And the one that passed away recently, the one that showed him the most love was his adoptive kid. His kids didn't care. His kids was more about life insurance. Oh, life insurance. Yeah. And my mom said amazing. Like he paid school fully for his kids. His kids got out of high school, was riding nice cars. And my mom was like, like my mom always says, oh, kids don't care for me. Kids don't care for me. And in a way, I tell her, Bubby, you have amazing kids. Like, cause I'm an advocate about my mother, even if my mom wasn't there for me. Because I felt like, okay, you're my mom, you had me, even though you weren't whatever, but it's my responsibility to pay forward to you, But the other boyfriend, he's in a nursing home, and none of his kids go see him. And he's another man that, I remember when we went to Haiti, he had a fine son. Oh, his son was fine. But anyways, he had like a couple of kids, and all of them were beautiful people. Like when you look at somebody, you're like, damn, that's a beautiful family. Like they look like they all had it all. My mom's like, he's in a hospital. No, they put him in a nursing home. Nobody comes visit him. Nobody comes except a niece that lives like far away, drives back and forth to check on him. And it's like, dang, I did all this for you. I sacrificed. I promise you, I told my daughter, my sister, my daughter, my family, I said, if I am dying and my kids don't care for me, take their names off of everything and give it to homeless. I promise you. You think you're going to play me? I'm going to play you first. You're going to be like, oh, mama's dead. Oh, you have nothing left for you. You're not gonna blame me. No, because there's some people. It's just evil. They have evil hearts, man.
Hi, everybody's agreeing with you, saying you're right. So true. Lash by Kia said we call them energy vampires because yes, they suck your energy.
Yeah. Soul.
Deidre said ungrateful. Usually people that have are ungrateful than the ones who know how it feels to have nothing. You know, too, like in the same piece of that, you know how you said the guy, his niece came, but his kids didn't come. I feel like I've been in situations where I come, but you still talking about the other kids that ain't there.
That's what he did.
And I'm here with you, but you ain't seeing that I'm with you, and you're still talking about these raggedy poos that ain't even came to check on you. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Yeah, that's crazy. But Tootsie, like, do you feel like it still affects you? Like when you talk about it, is it still hurt you?
Actually, like over the last year, because like last year was just really bad for me. But I think it's too because I just had so many changes, and then like I went from just that super close bond with my niece and nephew to nothing, and then my other brother cut me off because he doesn't approve of my lifestyle. So now, like, I don't get to talk to his 3 kids, and so I don't get to talk to any of my nieces and nephews, which that was my whole goal in life. I was like, I want to be that awesome aunt that they come to, and like, but what I just try to remind myself, like now, like, because before, like, I used to cry like every day because like I just miss them so much, and but now I'm like, well, I know like when they get older, they'll probably be curious and they'll come, and hopefully I can have that relationship with them.
Yeah,
it's just. And I know, like, my mom is a bit, like, she used to pin me and my brothers. Like, well, me and my brothers were so close. My mom would, like, well, Ashley said this. Well, Rob said this. Well, this. And, like, she would go between each of the siblings. Well, then we would talk, and we're like, what the heck? And we would call her out on it. But now, because even now, like, right before I cut her, like, them off, like, she would be like, oh, and I was like, don't talk to me about him and his kids because I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't get to see them. I don't want to hear what they're doing or what he's done now or this or that or how bad my nephew is being. And I was like, I'm not part of that. I was like, when his kids are ready, I'm willing to have a relationship for them. I'm always going to be there for them.
Yeah.
But as far as my brother, like, both my brothers, which I don't get because, like, most of my childhood was like raising them, and like.
And are you the baby?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, you are the oldest.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then I have the 2 brothers, the 2 full brothers. My half brother, I didn't meet till he was like 18 or 19 because I didn't have a relationship with my dad's side of the family for 20 years. But then I just recently was like, okay, because they're super like, they're just like racist and like. Just, but they won't straight up say it. But like, I remember my dad the one day, the whole like everything started with Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and he was like bitching about it, and I was like, why? And like, so I was like, I was going at him about it, and he was like, well, it's just, and I was like, okay, coming from a veteran that served 7 years in the Army. I am not offended by what he's doing. I support it 100%. Like, I understand like what he's like trying to do and the awareness he's trying to bring. And so like, they're just like, I don't know. Like, they won't say like where my other brothers would be like, they'll say stuff, but my dad's side of the family is like, they try to save face, but like, I know how they feel and like, it's just,
yeah.
But, yeah, no. I don't like any of them.
Last by Kia said that's how my mom makes me feel. I think she said that when I was saying like I'm here, but you talking about everybody else and not realizing like I'm the one here for you. Vivian Crosby, my husband helped my cousin when him and his family was in a bind, and he promised to pay my husband back. So here it is, 30 years later, nothing. My husband has health issues and still nothing. That's so ugly. Lash by Kia, I'm there for her the most and go overboard, but she praises the other girls even though they do nothing for her. So I just stay to myself now. It hurts though, but I must protect my energy. You have to, and it does hurt. because you're doing that because you're genuinely caring for them. And when they don't reciprocate that or even acknowledge that that's what it is, that's hurtful.
And especially most people, when you're growing up, you always hear, oh, blood's thicker than water and this, and that.
Yes.
Like, family. But then when you finally get to the age, like even in my 20s, I was like, oh, but they're family. So like, I have to help them. I have to do this. And then I'm just like, dude, like you guys have drained my bank accounts, like my energy, everything. And now that I need you guys, it's like, oh, deuces, like.
And I mean, like, even with my family, it's very much like they're totally there when it doesn't cause any waves. If there's ever a time when they have to stand up or go against the majority or just say that's wrong and I'm going to say that to everybody, they'll tell you it's wrong. And they'll talk to this person and say, yeah, no, that's not good. But when it's like, okay, well, let's stand on the fact that it's wrong and let's fix this. Everybody's crickets. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to be the leader in the family and say, like, we're going to get this right. Everybody's just like, well, it's not affecting me, so I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to tell you this over here to make you feel good, but don't go tell everybody else. Let's just keep that quiet. Like, everybody wants to sweep everything under the rug, and I just don't have the strength to do it. And because it was specific to me, when it did happen specifically to me, and I saw just how easy it was for them to be okay with me being uncomfortable and hurt, and nobody cared. Why should I care about you? Why? I don't, and I did for so long, and that is a huge regret of mine, because by doing so, I kept continuing to let you whittle away at my own self-worth. And I kept letting you convince me that I was not good enough for you to love me, or that I wasn't good enough for someone to stick up for me or stand up for me, because none of them did it. And they say, like, yeah, that's wrong, but then nobody shows up. And when I stopped showing up, it was like, well, she just doesn't come around no more. I wish she'd come around. But why am I not coming around? Like, talk about that instead of the woe is me. Like, oh, Tammy's not coming no more. Like, y'all need to figure yourselves out. And you know I'm not coming around, but you don't want to talk about that, because then that means you are required to act. And that's when they fall off. It's not cool. Deidre said, I felt that at Lashed by Kia. That's crazy, Vivian. Blessings to your husband. Yeah, Vivian, I hope that his health improves. Lashed by Kia. And if I used to confide in her, she would go back and tell other family members, and it's like my family would downplay my accomplishments and not mention it at all, but bring up something. Girl, I think we related. Are we in the same family?
Me too. My sister will be able to preach. Oh, mama.
Hey, Faith Squad. Happy Tuesday, girl. I'm hoping you're doing a Taco Tuesday, because I was watching 2 of yours yesterday, because I love tacos. And she does them often. I be loving the Taco Tuesday. Lash by Kia. Blood is not thicker. I'm learning that now. We have real friends that are more like family. It's true. It's really true. And I love them so much because they've proven themselves to me. Like, they go above to show me, like, I love you and this is how I show love. And I want to reciprocate that, because it's not something you really get a lot. Yeah. You know? Deidre said, yep, sounds like my family spice. I think we all have that. Definitely at Lash by Kia. I didn't want to get in my feelings. This feels like therapy. Girl, that's what we hear.
Girl.
The free therapy, because y'all are my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Kia says, exactly, Spice. They notice your absence because of how genuine you are. You do not need to keep being a punching bag. Agreed. Yep. Like I said, family will do you the worst. Will not even think twice about it. It's very hurtful, but you just have to learn, like, this is my boundary. I can't let you cross it because you mistreat me over here. So you can't come over here. Facebook said, nope, ain't want to spend. Oh, yeah, girl, I know, I'm tripping. She said she's not spending money in stores today, but got something delicious coming. I'm looking forward to it. She's not spending because she's participating in the Blackout 2020. That's what's up, girl. Tell me why I was ready to go get me a donut today and had to say,
oh, God. Oh, yeah. I'm cooking at home.
Today, girl. No donuts for you.
I said, Tasha, go back. Where you going? My son's like, where's my McDonald's? I said, oh, no McDonald's today. Tomorrow. Oh man.
All right, Tosh, you got one you want to share? Oh, for everybody that's popping in, we're just talking about regrets that we've had.
I don't really have regrets because I feel like everything kind of molded me. Like I felt like I don't regret anything. I don't know.
Okay, I have a lot, but I want to get to the point where they're not. I don't look at them as regrets, but just like learning experiences.
Life lessons.
Yeah, because I went through them all. Like I feel like I went through everything at a time span. You know, like if you caught me a couple of years ago, I'd be like, I regret my baby father. If you could, a couple of years ago, I regret being a single mother. You regret, you know, probably a year ago, I'd be like, I regret going to the store and getting drugged, you know? But I feel like if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be able to be a strong mother for my kids. Or, you know, if I didn't get drugged, I wouldn't be able to get close to God, you know? Like I learned all that situation made me strong because I had really low self-esteem, like bad self-esteem, but it was because, you know, like when I was young, people used to always make fun of me. I was a little chubbier. My family used to call me, you know, fat. Every time everybody see me, they say it in Creole, but there's this Haitian lady that was really fat in Haiti. Like she was really, really big. And they used to call me, that was my nickname. Like they used to call me her. Like, oh, you eating, blah, blah, blah. They didn't call me Tasha, they called me her because I used to eat a lot. So it was a mental thing. And then I got to a point, I starved myself for like 2 weeks, drink no food, no water, passed out. My stepfather found me on the floor, almost died, you know? And then after that, it was like confusing that everybody's forcing me to eat. It's like, you told me I'm fat, but now you're telling me to eat, you know? So I kind of felt like I needed those experiences because I mentally had to get there. Because I feel like if I wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to do YouTube. I wouldn't be able to, you know, when people come in my comments and cuss me out, I wouldn't be able to say, yo, mama, you know, I wouldn't be able to have this personality that I have because I feel like I made myself confident. You know, people put me down to make me confident because anybody can say whatever about me. Oh, you ain't got no booty. Okay. You ugly. Like, you know, like I know how to, you know, hit you back. You know, you ugly, you got titties and booty. I can get that fixed. You can't get your face fixed. Like, you know, I learned. You know? I just think like the only thing I would say is my biggest regret is like YouTube. I wish I started YouTube when I wanted to start YouTube. Like, I feel like if I started YouTube, like when everybody else was like, Tasha, that's stupid. Why would you do YouTube? You want to be a YouTube guru? You want to be a beauty guru? You don't even do hair that good. You're not even that good yet. You don't even know how to do makeup that good. But you the same ones in my inbox writing me like, congratulations, girl. You making big money now, right? It's just, I just felt like I wish I believed in myself sooner. That's the only thing I have is I wish I believed in myself. That's it. That's the only thing I have. But
Facebook says, I turn my regrets into learning experience and just thanking God for allowing me to get through them all. And that's really the way you got to look at it. Amen. Everything is a learning lesson and a testimony. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And they're just in here showing love. And yeah, look at you now, Tasha. I mean, there is their loss. And that's how I had to learn it. Like, it's their loss. If you're choosing to not be a part of my life, or if you're not showing that you want to be a part of my life, like I'm not gonna beg you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna sit over here and be crying and wishing you were, because obviously there's a reason that you're not. And you being there was most likely causing more harm than good. And it's hard because they're people you've known forever, and it's still that same narrative, like they're your family, they're your blood. But at the end of the day, what does that mean? And y'all can still be my relatives. I don't have to like you, though. If there's no rule, they're people too, and you don't like every person. And I had to get okay with the fact that, like, yeah, we're related, but we don't like each other. And that's just what it is. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because you don't have to like everybody. It sucks because I get envious when I see, like, people that have really good relationships with their dad or their sister, and they're like really close sisters, and I'm just like, oh, I love that. But I have people in my life that I am close to like that, that aren't blood. And but in my mind, I still am like, but I want that to be with me and my sister. But it's just not going to be that way. Like that's we just accept for that.
That's why I always like say what, like when I see like Triple C and her husband and like, even like her kids are like modeling her clothes and stuff. And I was like, that when I was growing up, that's what I always envisioned. And that's what I always wanted. I was like, man, I wish my family was like that. I wish even in my 20s. And that's why I say like, I'm the most confident in my 30s than I've ever been. And even like when I was in my 20s in the Army, where I ran like 6 miles a day and I was just super fit, and I was pretty cute. And so I had all these insecurities and all this from my family to where I was like, oh, my hips are too big and my butt's too big and this and that. And when I finally was just like, dude, why am I letting them still affect me when I'm not even like living with them or around them? And so like, yeah, that's why I've kind of just been building my family like out of friends and like people that actually are there and check in on me, and just it's hard.
The crazy thing is, look, like me, like even after dying Jeremiah, I was skinty like this. But in my mind, as my sister, I wanted to lose weight. I thought I was so fat. Oh, and then I'm looking back at my pictures. I said, girl, you was a skin and bones.
Right.
Because it was a mental, even when after I had my kids, my family was like, oh, big mama, you're getting too big, fat so. Like, ask my sister, I come, they're like, hey, big mama, that's what they call me. But I'm looking at my picture, I said, dang, how big? I wasn't big. You know, I was small. Like, I looked at my pictures after, even my boyfriend was like, you was really small after Jeremiah. I don't know why you need to lose. I said, yeah, my stomach. You don't see my stomach? I have to lose my stomach and my arms and my legs. And I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, wow, I was skinny. Even my old YouTube videos, I said, I look funny. I look so skinny. My eyes look separated because everybody made me feel so bad. I thought I looked so, in my mind, I thought I was so fat. I was like, oh my God, I'm so fat. I need to lose weight. It became like an obsession. Like, it was crazy. Like, and I'm like, dang, I'm not even big. Like, that's why now I was like, I lose weight, I lose it. I know. But I just, the gut gotta go though. She gotta go. but I like myself now. Like, I don't care if they call me big mama, fat mama, but I like how I am. So it is what it is.
You know, I was thinking too about this the other day. Like, back in the day, me and my cousins my grandma was our babysitter. So we were raised kind of like siblings because we were together all week at my grandma's house, go to our own house on Saturday, and then go be at church together on Sunday. So I saw them all the time. But I do remember, because my cousins on that side of the family, they're black and white. And so they're a lot lighter than me. And I remember always feeling so invisible when I was with them, because even when we got older and we would go out, it would be like the light skinned one, everybody went to her first. Like, she was always, the boys would zoom in. And then if they couldn't get her, then they would go to the other one that was a couple shades darker. And then if they couldn't get her, then they might come over to me.
That was me.
And I that used to mess with my head so much, because I just never felt cute. I never felt great. And I would leave feeling so good about myself, and then seeing how everybody went there. And it was like, I was the homegirl all the time. Like, oh, what's up, girl? But nobody ever looked at me at any other time. And I really believe, like, in certain situations that same thought process kind of goes down in the family. Not saying that they're like, oh, she's the dark one, so I don't like her. It's not that. But it's just like, you're willing to accept the truth. When they tell you something, it's true. When I tell you something, I have to prove it. I have to give you facts. When they say, it's like, okay, yeah, we believe that. Especially if it's about me. They can say whatever they want about me and y'all just believe it. But if I come back and say it, no, this is what happened, it's like, well, she said this. So they believe, it's I don't want to say hurtful. It's just freaking annoying, because you're like, I know you don't even see what you're doing right now. Like, you feel like I have a history of lying to y'all, but for some reason, when I say it, it's got to be questioned, and I got to bring all these other evidence to make you believe, and I'm pleading for you to like listen to me, see me, hear me. But this person can just say anything off the wall, and y'all think, oh yeah, that's fact. Let's put that in the Bible because it's true.
Yeah.
Quad said, that's right. Love the skin you're in. Kia said, yes, that can be detrimental to your mental health. Yeah, when people are constantly telling you you're not good enough or you're big or whatever. Oh, you're talking about your hair color.
Yeah, because she had said,
I like it. It's
still like so thick. Like I washed it probably around like 1 this afternoon, and it's still wet. Like, well, I had it up, but like it's still like wet from like 1 this afternoon.
So anybody in the chat, does anybody want to share? Does anyone want to pop in and tell their story? You're more than welcome. Oh, let me drop the link in case.
Come on.
My phone? No.
Okay, while you're dropping the link, Spice, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick.
Okay.
We'll be muted, so like how. Okay.
Close the door for mommy, please. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So while Tootsie's taking a potty break, we have been chit-chatting, which, by the way, Tasha, we got to decide what day to meet because we are trying to come up with our name of our show. We have some ideas. So what me and Tootsie were talking about before you popped on, Tasha, was that we could decide, 3 of us pick our top 3. And then we'll put a poll on each one of our pages and see what people pick.
Okay.
And then that will be what we start. Or we can start our new channel with that title.
Okay.
So if you guys have any suggestions on titles for this show, because we've been like coming up with ideas, and some of them are really good, and then others are like, please feel free to let us know. Y'all can DM us on Instagram or drop it in the comments, whatever. But we're trying to get the show so that we can have one place for y'all to go every week instead of flopping between our pages. So it's easier because I have several people every week. They're like, I went to your channel. I never got the live notification because it was on Tootsie's channel or it was on Tasha's. So we want to make this a little bit more streamlined and get a title, and then we can start a channel. So I was just telling them, Tootsie, that we're going to come up with our top 3 and have them do a poll.
Oh, make them vote?
Yeah.
I know, I'm excited.
We've been doing this since May?
It's been I don't know. It's been a minute.
The end of April, early May. So it's time.
Yeah. And then we took like 2 weeks off when everything was going on.
When the world exploded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Excited. We're trying to streamline y'all and get this a little bit more.
I'm excited to see because I remember I only did a poll one time on my channel, and I had people vote if they wanted me to go to San Francisco, the Redwoods, or Reno. And they ended up, I was like, they're probably going to vote San Francisco. And they voted the Redwoods. And I was like, okay. Like, I was happy because I had already been to San Francisco once before I had my channel. So I was like, all right.
I think it's just so dope that you could put a poll up and say, where should I go? And then just go. I need to get to that level.
I was living in like Northern California, so it was kind of equal to each one of them. So I was like, oh, where should I? Which also I'm glad too because it saved me a bunch of money. So
yeah, that's dope. Well, does anybody else have any church announcements? Any other things we need to talk about today?
No.
Okay. No. Look at us. We're under 2 hours today.
I know.
I kind of like when we go 2 hours, though. I like spending time with you guys.
It goes by super fast. It really does.
Yeah. Well, when I looked up and I was like, oh, man, an hour is already like.
Yeah. Hey, Silky. Guys, I'm going to do a shameless plug. So this Thursday, I'm doing another episode of Support a Sister Live. Woo! Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do the live where I support and showcase Black businesses. So this Thursday, Silky Sax is going to be on along with Deanna Monet. So they're both viewers and participants of our show. So I'm so excited to have them on. It's going to be fun. Lash by Key was on last week. So if you guys didn't see, go back and then look at these because this is, you see, I'm catch my feet, y'all. But yeah, so it's fun. And then a lot of the ladies were telling me that they got a lot of orders and just a lot of new subscribers and stuff. So that was dope.
Yeah, that's nice too. Like everyone can kind of just like network and
yeah.
I like that.
You guys tell them when your lives are so they know.
Oh, when is? Oh yeah, mine's Saturdays, right?
Yeah, girl, it's Saturday.
Saturdays at 6. And lately, because my channel, like I feel like I'm in this weird place right now because my channels usually travel. Obviously, I can't like really travel much, and also I don't want to just for the fact I don't want to be that person like just out. Yeah. And so I've been trying to find different areas, but I really like kind of because of Triple C, I've gotten into this crochet thing, and now it's like my obsession. And so I was like, well, maybe I can be like it's a new crochet channel. But we'll see. So yeah, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Cool.
Mine is Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If I'm late, still expect me. I'm coming, okay? I'll be late. I'll be late sometime. I'm like the real black girl, like, you say 4, I'm there 5, I'm still coming, okay? Forgive me. But 6 p.m. Eastern time, Mondays, it's basically me doing makeup and trying to practice on my makeup game. And we just talking. Hopefully, I'll get better at reading the comments because I just like to talk, but God's working on me. So see y'all there.
Thanks for coming in, Free Squad. We appreciate you, girl. I can't wait to see what you got because I'm hungry.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, and I think Tasha, are you posting regularly again? Your regular videos?
Yeah. Hopefully my computer comes in by this week.
Okay. And Tootsie's been killing it. She posts like every day. She's been pretty consistent.
I've been trying to, but I just watched this. So I've been on that TubeBuddy YouTube channel, and I was just watching this thing where they said they recommend giving 48 hours in between each video because if your video is like getting pushed towards the top and then you put out another video, you kind of step on your previous video's toes. And so I was like, oh. And then, so I was like, well, maybe I could do just like every other day or something like.
You know what? That makes sense. Yeah. I did Veda and I did it every single day. And like the first one that you put out is super big and maybe even the second one. But it wouldn't pick up again until like the 5th video in the week. Mm-hmm. So I think there is some truth to that.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's not the greatest idea going like every
I think it's good because you're trying to get monetized. But I think when you become monetized, then you should do that. Because when I did videos every single day, that's how I became monetized fast. Like, because everybody was already like, oh, you're putting out a video. And it's crazy because I had more people watch me when I put videos every day than people watch me when I started doing like every 3 days. Like when I put my videos every day, my views was crazy. Like I had crazy views. And then I started slacking off.
You know what's weird though? So it's the videos you don't think. So like there's this white rapper and his music is just very like he struggles with depression and substance abuse and stuff. And like when you listen to his stuff, like a lot of it, like you can feel it. And I'm like, man, like, so I did like 2 of his videos and the one is almost to 1,000 views already, where Blackpink, who has 1 billion fans, I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning trying to get there like premiere. I got like 40 views. And other people are like thousands and thousands, and I had like 40. And I was like, what am I doing wrong?
She woke up at 5 o'clock her time in the morning and was like, she said, Spice, you should do it too. I was like, girl, that's all you.
Wake up 5 o'clock to do what?
They dropped their video at that time.
It was like their big comeback. Like they hadn't put out a video in like 2 years, and it was their big comeback. And like in the first like couple hours, they had millions of views. And I was up all like, I did put on my eyebrows, but I was all like watching the video and like into it. And then like 40 views, and I'm like, dude, like. And everyone, I looked at all the other reaction videos, and they had thousands and thousands of views, and I'm like, what about me?
But the thing is, reactions, like I told people, like, when you do reactions, like, there's certain people that people go to for certain things. Like me, I noticed Dimash is bae for me. Everybody likes my Dimash reactions. Like, Dimash is bae. But I will put out, like, let me say, like, So Hoy, whatever that lady that everybody cussed me out for, the Asian lady, her.
The one, yeah, I remember.
She got some views, but with me, I wasn't getting views with her. So I think it just depends. Like, you're gonna learn your people. Like, I know, what's her name? Dang, her name used to be Bites with Brie, but she changed it. She does reaction videos, but her videos, like, the Angelina Jolie Jordan girl,
yeah,
she gets views with her. I don't know what she does because she don't be getting copyright with her. But her, I stay away from that girl. But
Angelina, she's money for me. Like, I always get confused with Angelina and Leodra. Those two I can do great. But as soon as I go mainstream, like when I did Billie Eilish or Blake Shelton, nobody watched it.
Yeah.
But even like I did the one guy, Marcelito, with the two voices, that guy. I thought he would be a smash hit because everywhere else he was, and not on my channel. They didn't come.
Because Rosie Cosmo, she got like 50,000 views by one Marcelito, and then the Gary, I did his thing.
Gary was a beat or something, like, right? He's like,
in a week, he gave me 45,000 views just 1 week, and I'm like, what? Like, he got blocked though. Because I guess he's popular, but he got blocked. The only thing about reactions is you get the views and you meet people that really, really enjoy that. Like, reactions, people like that. But
none of my reactions, like, so I've gotten the most with Leodra, which I like jumped on Spice's little bandwagon. But the most I've gotten for her was like 2,000 something, and like, so I haven't gotten over 2,000 something views for a video.
Are you hashtagging the? Like,
yeah, like I'm hashtagging, I'm copying like tags. I'm going to like the really big reaction videos and like looking at their tags. I'm copying the title and then just putting at the end Tootsie Reacts and like.
Because sometimes, like, what I noticed when I wasn't getting views like Dimash, I would do Dimash for the week. Like, Dimash is my, that's my husband. So I used to do Dimash for the week. Like, okay, I'm going to do Dimash. And then I see how Dimash do. Then I'll do whatever that Katrina Vanadi she do. And Katrina was I too. She was but
I couldn't hit with Katrina. I never. And there was another cat who the guy that I did he did the Boys to Men medley. I thought he would go nuts. I thought people would go nuts for him because it was so good. But I still like 500. I think it might have trickled up to over 1,000, but he didn't hit as hard as I thought he would hit.
Yeah.
You just gotta find your one person, and then because I found Angelina first, and all I did was Angelina at the beginning because everybody just loved Angelina. So I just kept doing what they loved, and then I kind of broke off to, and that's how I found Leodra, and then and tried other people, but. Just find whoever who hits the hardest.
To be honest, I feel like I should stick with Jelly Roll for a minute because I've liked him for like a year and a half just because like his songs are like, you know how sometimes you're just depressed and you want to be in those feelings and like you want to listen to sad music and just get through it. Yeah. Like Jelly Roll, like a lot of his old stuff, which I've always hated his. I was like Jelly Roll, like this. But anyways, so like. And then I was surprised when his video came out, and I was like, "Oh, like I'm getting like, I mean, not like crazy views, but a good amount." And I was like, maybe I should stick with Jelly Roll for a bit.
Yeah, stick with them, write it out, and see what it is. You know what? Go back to some of his older songs.
Yeah,
start there because maybe since they're not so new, you might not get the copyright strike as quick, and then also people will want to hear his old songs if they like them.
Dude, I don't even think even the video I did today for Leodra, it didn't even come up with a little copyright thing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
She does Elvis Presley, and she hits.
And Dolly Parton, what's her name? Too Sushi. She does. She does Dolly Parton. She does Kenny Rogers. She does all these old school people. And she has 50-something thousand.
Yeah, I didn't know she was that big. Cause I think she wrote something, and I went to go check. I said 100,000. Where you get here, sis? And she's like, girl, you been sleeping? I said, yeah, I've been knock because I didn't know. Wow.
We all started around the same time. I started right around and she really took off with those reactions.
Royalty Cosmo was the first person I seen do it, and she got, when we started, we both was at 1,000 subscribers together. She's at now 22,000 subscribers, but she does different things because she said the music been getting on her nerves because the whole copyright, so she does different things too.
Yeah. Deidre said, yes, I love watching y'all, so real and refreshing. Thanks, Deidre.
Thank you.
Daphne said, excuse me, why I am late. We're Haitian.
Yes, thank you. Bro.
Tia said, I don't know any of these people y'all naming other than Billie Eilish. And I couldn't get into Billie Eilish. She just is a little weird, a little dark.
Yeah.
I like her, but sometimes I like the dark, meaningful music where you gotta be in your feels when you listen to it.
I think that's accurate. Kia said, y'all making me real curious about these reaction videos. I thought about doing it, but I don't even know what kind to do. So you can react to anything, girl.
Yeah.
That's the good thing. You can react to our live if you wanted to. React to other YouTubers. I'm actually going to try to react to different things beside music, hoping that I won't get copyrighted as much. But people react to all kind of things.
Yeah.
And just try it.
Yeah, I said I was gonna try to do the little TikTok stuff. My daughter was like, "Mom, why you don't do?" But TikTok sometimes do have copyright too. So
yeah, but do you see how many? You can go big on TikTok quick.
Mm-hmm.
You can see someone on TikTok that has 100,000 subscribers, but then go to their YouTube and they have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
How that works. Is it Shelfonte? Just Shelfonte? She said, thank you. But welcome. I don't think I welcomed you in earlier, just JC. I'm gonna just say JC so I don't mess your name up. Kia said, is she emo style music? Because I love Green Day. They're emo.
I don't know.
So when Billie Eilish came out with her latest album, she said she has every single song is completely different because she said she wanted every person to be able to connect to at least one song on her album. So she has the emo stuff. She has that bad guy song that however the beat goes. But it's an upbeat, kind of goofy song and video. That's the one where she pops through the paper and stuff.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, so she has some goofy and more lighthearted stuff. And then she did the main song for the new James Bond movie that's coming out.
Okay.
So
she blew up overnight, and I didn't realize how young she was.
Yeah, and her brother does most of the music. They're she's pretty good. She's interesting.
Yeah. Kia said, TikTok's algorithm is easier to work than YouTube. Yeah. Says Billie is popish mainstream. And Kia said, okay, I see why she's so big then. I need to listen to something. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple songs that were kind of a bop. She had the more upbeat ones I could get behind, but her, when she's not upbeat, them dark songs, even the videos be dark. They just
she always has the bloody nose with coming up and so
I reacted to that one and it creeped me out. I was like, what is happening? And
I think I sent you the one where Melissa McCarthy, she did group on the bad guy and she was like, oh.
I did. That was funny. But yeah, Kia, go ahead and try it. If you have questions, you can message us. We'll definitely give you tips. We're not tip snobs over here.
I know. There's some people I don't like asking, so.
Even with Spice, where I was Even though it flopped for me, I was like, "Oh, you got to get on this Blackpink thing." She was like,
she really was trying to get me to get in, and I was like, 5 o'clock. If it's 5 o'clock your time, that means it's 2 o'clock my time in the morning, girl. No, but I was so disappointed for you because you did the effort.
I know. I was feeling it. I was like, "This is the one. This is it. It's it."
Every day she'd be like, "Girl, I think we need to get in on this. This is it." I was like, I'm not doing that.
But that new Leodra one is doing pretty good for me. Oh,
good.
it's decent. So right now it's at 111 right now, and I've had it posted for 7 hours. So
yeah, I'm about to edit it and put mine up too. So the Leodra reaction page, her page messaged me and was like, "She's got a video coming out today. Could you react to it?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're serious. They are serious about their people."
Well, Dimash, the guy was like, one guy wrote me a long, I didn't even see it, went to spam. He wrote me a long thing like, "I haven't seen you. Us Dimash fans have to stick together." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no, I haven't." Dimash.
it's cute though. I love it. And I love like you guys were saying, like their fans know everything about their life, and like
it's almost a little creepy.
Yes.
Like
no.
And this and that, and I'm like,
what's that girl's name? That's the one who did good. Diana.
Was it Danya?
The 15-year-old girl.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about.
Her fans? Yo.
That's like Angelina Jordan's fans. Like, they are so serious, and they are mostly men, for one. And I was like, am I participating in some weird ring? What are these men going for this little girl for? Because she's, 14? And
yes.
I pet essays from these men telling me her whole life. And at first I was like, this feels weird. I don't want to participate, no mess. But they're just like that.
I forgot about the Danya. That was my popular one. Her, Danya, I don't something. She doesn't. I don't know what I think she's Russian. Her video, I put her video up like that. Boom. Then they don't play with her. And she's really, 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 really good. I forgot what song I said. I think it was The Only Human. I said, "Oh, it was all right." The girl was like, "All right, you mean wonderful, amazing."
Right. And they'll come quick with if you do say like, "Well, maybe she didn't hit that right." They'll be like, "Have you tried it? Can you sing? You try to sing on the stage."
How you gonna talk about he ain't good if you don't know how to sing? Blah blah blah. I remember I like Dimash more than the Sohoy. I was like, I'm more of a Dimash fan. Dimash, you like Dimash more than Sohoy, whatever. She is a god. She went through cancer. She went through this. Dimash is like a little B word. Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna cuss you out. I'm like, okay. I said, well, I still like Dimash. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I like him. Yeah.
JC, you should try it. You should try it and just see if it works for you.
I'm ready for the attack. They're gonna attack you for being honest.
I mean, for the most part, they are really nice, but you do get a handful that be like just ready to go. Like, y'all need to go to sleep.
What song was it? I said something, and then Spice was the first one to comment. Ooh, they're gonna get you.
I was like, they got to come for you, girl. And I just was waiting to see. And that was the started.
Song?
The what?
Wasn't it someone that was singing a Whitney song, or was that on your where one of you guys?
I think it was
singing a Whitney song.
Yeah, I think they were singing Whitney, and because I did one where someone sang Whitney, and I was like, it was good, but you got to come with it if you're doing Whitney.
Okay, maybe it was your. I was like, ooh.
They went smooth off on me.
Yeah, and then he's like, Whitney Houston. One guy, he was really angry. He's like, oh, you say that you Americans think you can sing? You Americans? I'm like, but she's singing your American song. Then he went in talking about she was on drugs. I'm like, all right. I didn't even write back after that.
It's like, sir, it's a reaction video.
Yeah, I just, okay. I said, well, you ain't paying me, Song Hoy ain't paying me, Whitney ain't paying me. I don't really care. Like, you feel how you feel.
I just say, thanks for the view, smiley face.
Nah, I just don't care anymore.
Kia says, yes, super fans give me cult vibes, like the Beehive, the Barbs, Lady Gaga has a Little Monsters. I was a big Gaga fan, but her fame are more laid back. And then she said, it's like there's a cult meeting you all have to secretly go to that gets you paid to go so hard for these people you don't personally know. It's true. It's like she ain't sending y'all, she ain't even responding to y'all's messages, and y'all acting like she's your best friend. You don't know who you are. But that's what they do. And that I'm not mad because it keeps them coming back. Even when they talk shit, they still come back. So thank you. Yeah, you ladies should try it. If you have questions, let us know. If you need tips and tricks, not that I have them all, but I'll tell you what I do know.
Yep.
One thing everybody thought, especially me, when you got monetized, I thought there'd be dollars flowing in. No, I might get like 2 or 3 pennies a day. I just be like, how do you only earn 3 pennies? You really earned 3 pennies today. Like, that's crazy. I was so like, that's insane.
Yeah, you think you rich? Like, I'm gonna get all this money? No, lies. That's why.
And with the reactions, the videos that you do get all the views on, they will block your tail and take it. I ask you, Tasha, do they take the money back if they block you and you've already earned money off of that video? Do they take that?
I don't know. I never really looked. I should see that. Because they never blocked none of my videos. They basically would say like if I want copyrighting it. I never got like my title block like what you guys. I never got none of that. All I got was like, oh, this is a copyright claim, blah blah blah. I said, okay.
When they block you, they do it so cold. They'll block you, but they don't take the video away. So my subscribers still would click and be like, it's just a black screen. It doesn't let me play it. Yeah. Like my little cousin texted me when they was like, it's saying that you have this video, and it'll say like, sometimes it'll say blocked or removed because it's been blocked for copyright reasons, but other times it'll just act like it's not playing. It's playing a black screen.
What?
Yeah. Because she told me, and I went to check, and it was playing, but it was a black screen, but I knew it had gotten blocked, but they didn't block it. So my subscribers were still trying to watch it. But
wow, that's weird.
Yeah. Kia said, I don't get mad at troll comments because they're still giving you views and watch time. The haters are more loyal. That's true. Deidre said, I want to learn how to edit videos better. I do too. But when I was doing my Reddit threads where I was doing the advice stuff, I was putting in clips and doing all kinds of fancy editing. It didn't get me no more views. It didn't like improve my view because I thought they were funny and cute, but people were the same people were watching them, which is great, but it didn't like increase my.
Yeah, because I liked what you did because I was like, oh, how'd you do that? Like, yeah. I didn't know how to do that.
It would take hours versus reactions you can get edited pretty quick, which is I like it. But they just didn't produce. The reactions produced way more views than the other videos I was doing. Kia said, yeah, I've heard many YouTubers say they get paid more from affiliate links than the YouTube money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think back in the day you could really get paid, but now
I used to get paid like back in the days when I was monetized before they had all this. My checks used to be like $300. My first check was $197. The second check was $3 something.
Wow.
And then my other one was like $190. And I didn't put videos up like that, but I used to do my daughter's braiding hair, and that used to be popping. People used to love that, but that takes forever to edit. Oh my God, my daughter's hair videos used to take years, but I used to get like back one of my videos now is like at 91,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah, the braiding hair, because people have kids, they don't know how to do styles. I think one of them was at 71,000. I think one of them I had to put down. I can't remember which one. There was a reason why. No, I think it was because of copyright, and I didn't know about copyright, and I deleted it. I didn't, because they didn't have that mute thing. No, they didn't do all that. So whatever. But I used to get paid pretty well that before all this 4,000 views and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't do videos much either. I used to have like videos here and there, here and there.
Yeah. So when they changed the monetizing thing, they took your monetization away?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
They took it away, and then they said I have to reach for, and then I kind of gave up on YouTube. I started really becoming consistent on YouTube like last year, basically, because I did YouTube like here and there, whatever, but I was doing YouTube like since 2015, since Jeremiah was born, was my first real video. So yeah, then I had like all these people that's bigger, I used to talk to all of them. That's why I said YouTube's a game, because all them people who used to speak to me, now they're bigger. They don't talk to me no more because I'm not on that level. So wow. YouTube is a game. Mm-hmm. And then B-Love, me and B-Love, we still keep in contact because B-Love came a little bit after, when B-Love she wrote on my page, like, oh, you know, basically that's when they were doing the sub for sub. That's when sub for sub started becoming popping. So I was around for everything. I was around for the sub for subs, all that. The mukbang community started. The mukbang community started while I was in, because when I was doing YouTube, hair and makeup was a big thing. That's when everybody was buying the little glue-in weaves and making their weaves with the U-part wigs. That's what was in then. And then the natural was starting to come in. That's when everybody started becoming natural, glam twins and the natural people. That was the mukbang community back then. Then B-Love came around and she started doing the mukbang thing. And then it was saturated like that. We literally had like 4 or 5. The Asians was doing it more than her. B-Love was the first Black person to do it. And B-Love, me and her used to whatever. And then she was doing cooking videos when I used to watch her. And she was doing cooking videos. And then me and her used to communicate. And then one day I went on and she had this huge lobster. I remember that's what made her viral. Larry the Lobster. And she exploded. Exploded. And then everybody started doing mukbangs. Everybody. It was like people like, they started making mukbangs, like the ASMR thing started coming out and everything. Like that's even like.
I use a roll down, open the bottle in the fridge.
Okay.
So I turn it up.
Okay. So yeah, so all that started coming, but back in the days, YouTube was so much easier, and you didn't have to watch my video, I'll watch your video. No, people really legitimately loved you. People, like, you'll see people who comment like, oh, I want your video, I'm waiting for your video. It was different than it is now. Now it's just like a game. Like, you know, this person, if you're not part of this clique, whatever, we don't talk to you because you're not at that number. It wasn't like that before. Before, people legitimately watched you because they liked you.
Yeah.
It's different.
Crochet. Thanks for coming in. JC said that happened to me too, Tasha. Finally got monetized, and then they came with those rules. Oh, that's painful.
Yes.
B-Love and her ASMR. Kia said, wow, that's amazing. Yes, I remember the natural hair craze. Yeah, because I jumped on it.
Cuss you out. You are not a real natural. Oh, let me tell you, that's why I always say I'm not a real natural. When I first started doing my natural video, I started off with weave. I started off with AliExpress hair. That was my thing, AliExpress. And I had, my hair was softer than it was now. Like, I don't know what happened to my hair, but I used to have like really like my hair. So I used to put whatever I want. And then people will come at me. You know what chemicals is in this product? Do you know, like, they will cuss you out. Like, cuss you out. That's what I was going. I'm not a real natural. I do what I want. I'm not a real natural. What I want, because
they meant like natural, like you didn't like only natural products from like the earth.
That's what natural was. Natural was the product. This has sulfate and and paraben and like that was the real natural. Like Natural 85, she used to do the little aloe vera thing.
Right.
I didn't have time for that. I did what was on sale, and I washed my hair with it. Oh, do you know that has alcohol in it? How dare you know what that could? Oh my God, it was ridiculous. So I used to always go, I'm a fake natural. I do what I want. And then people started sticking with it. So that's everybody like, girl, I'm saying you're a fake natural, because I used to get cussed out back in the day because they used to really fight you for your natural hair. So I got that.
Kia says, I wasn't on YouTube back then, but I used to watch Aaliyah J for everything. She taught me Ferris our makeup, And back then it was so many natural videos being suggested. It's true. That's what made me go natural is because so many girls were doing it and their hair would always look so cute. And I'd be like, okay, I can do this. And then when you go natural, your hair be like, no, sis, you're going to have to put in some work to try to even get it close to that. But then now I'm addicted. Like now I have to watch because I done grown this hair out. I need to learn how to use it. At that when it was a craze, I kind of wanted to jump on and be like the black girl that was doing it wrong, like help me fix it. But even that kind of like took off. People were putting all kinds of videos out, and it just really became so saturated fast. It's the thing, if you can figure out what that niche is that nobody's doing, you have made it. But as soon as you start trying to do what other people, it's just so many people doing it.
That's why I said I'm just gonna start doing what I like. Like I give up. Like, cause I feel in the beginning I was doing what people wanted me to do. Cause hair was my thing. I used to braid hair. That was my thing. And then I said, people don't really care for hair. Let me start doing makeup and let me start doing hair. And I felt like I was becoming someone else. So I'm like, no, this is not me. Like, that's when I started putting my personality in, and people like my personality. But before I used to act like, hey guys, welcome to my video. First, I'm going to put this product in my hair. Yeah. And it was just like, because that's what I seen people. I was like, maybe I'm too ghetto because everybody else is so professional, and it's like those are the people that's making it. So I was like, okay, let me start being like them. And I felt like I was losing myself. That's why I wasn't interested in YouTube anymore, because I'm like, I'm becoming them. Even the hair, like, oh my God, this hair is like so soft, like so silky. It's like I wasn't myself. So now I was like, okay, you get what you get.
But Tootsie, like I started looking at other van life people, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of views, but they look so Hollywood. Like it looks fake to me. Yeah. It's like, there's no way you can live that good in a van. You know?
And that's what, like, that was my big issues. There's so, like, okay, so in the year that I was traveling, I visited 26 states, and like I parked in typical spots. So like I would park at Walmart overnight because it's free. Like they have cameras. You can go and use the bathroom, get some food, whatever. And so I would meet like real van life people. And then you go on YouTube and it's all this. I just spent $250,000 on this like Mercedes-Benz van, and it's cute and everything's perfect. And I'm in my bikini 24/7. And I was just like, dude, that's not at all like, yeah, that's like the kind of like you rent a van for the weekend and go. Like,
that did that. They had like a van in their backyard, and they say van life.
Mm-hmm.
And their house was right there.
There's this one cute black girl. I forget her name. She's really cute. Huh?
The one with the snake?
Yes. Her.
Oh, who was just telling me about that the other day?
And Kristen was on your live talking about it.
I was like, somebody was telling me, I said I was going to check it out, and I forgot.
Oh, I actually was checking her out, and she's super adorable, like really cute. Her van looks really cute, and it kind of looks like she probably does live in it, but I haven't been able to buy in that she lives in it full time. For one, her curl, like I'm just looking at the way she does her hair. I know what it takes me to do my hair like that. You're not doing that sitting in a van. Like you must have been at your mama's house and did it and maybe took it out in the van. But like, there's just pieces of it. It's like, I don't believe the whole story. I believe pieces of it. But and she is fun to watch because she's really pretty and she kind of has a glamorous way of filming. But I don't know if I buy it. Like, I just don't know if I buy it. Like, if you're living in a van, you typically are going to look a little weathered. I mean, not weathered, but not so perfect. Like, she looks perfect.
All the time.
To be honest, you're not showering every day. Like, I paid for a Planet Fitness membership, their Black Card, because it's $20 a month and you can go to any Planet Fitness in the US. So I would shower, 2 times a week at least. But like, it was really like, you know, like I have a lot of baby wipes and I have this and that. And like, I mean, and there's other people that are van life with animals. And I'm like, girl, like, even if like I like sweep out my van and stuff, there's dog hair everywhere. There's like, if we go walking on the beach, then there's sand everywhere. Like, your van is not like
that
It looks
perfect.
like lived in. It looks like you bought a van and maybe put a lot of money into it, and you go out on like maybe day trips or weekend trips, and like this is our glamorous lifestyle, and it drives me insane. Like, because never once in a whole year traveling the United States did I meet anyone with like a super fancy van. I did meet this one younger couple. They were like in their late 20s, and they had the Mercedes-Benz van, and it had like the little kitchenette and stuff, but it was super basic. It was a little messy because they had their dog and stuff. But I was like, I don't know where these like the van life YouTube channels, like, and there are channels out there that show you the real stuff, but people don't want to see that. They want to see the glamour side of everything.
Yeah. I mean, and I get that, but when I'm watching van life stuff or any like survival stuff, I want to see the hard, like I want to see what makes it so hard. I don't want to see it looking so pretty, because really what you're doing is giving people false hope that they could live like that. And it's really
like, oh, everybody find a remote job and buy a van and you can live this beautiful lifestyle and cook eggs and bacon in a bikini.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Kia said, yes, you got to be yourself. People like authenticity. No matter how real your personality is, you will have people that love you. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And then she was talking about the gal we're talking about. She said she blew up overnight, which she did, because I went to go watch more videos. She barely has any videos. And she's got like 2 million subscribers.
Is this the snake chick?
Yeah. What's her name? I can't remember her name.
I don't know. Just write van life with snake. You'll find her.
Yeah.
That's how I found her.
Okay, I'm going to have to figure out then. Everyone recommended like Hobo Ali and this and that. And I'm like, dude, these are all people that either one, come from money, or two, had a lot of money and invested, but they're not living out there like because for a whole year, that's what I did, like nonstop. Like I just lived out of my van, and like never once did you see like people with vans like that. Like
Kia said it was a whole conspiracy last summer. Everyone was making videos trying to see if she was a plant because she blew up from one video. I know. Kelly said, yes, be yourself. People will love you. But yeah, this chick, she did blow up. So I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what she did or who she knew. Who's gonna take it from her? Maybe she just hit it right, and that went crazy.
Luck of the draw, like
luck of the draw. It could have totally been that, and for her, good for her. But it just doesn't. It doesn't read realistic to me when I watch her. Even though I don't mind, I like watching her because she's fun and cute, and like she'll show you like little projects she's doing or whatever. But I'm not watching her because I want to learn about van life. She just has a cool van.
There was this other girl I ended up watching after the van life, but she didn't have van life. I don't know. She blew up and she didn't do nothing. I didn't understand what she did. She had mad tattoos. She was bald headed. She was Asian, and she was just like, I don't know. Like she wasn't showing anything. Like, let me tell you about my tattoos. This tattoo right here. And she was like, at 1 million subscribers, one video. I'm like, how? What? Like, she looks scary though. She just let me tell you about my tattoos. Click, like, subscribe. Like that was her personality. And she was like at millions, because after her, the snake girl, she was recommended. I said, oh, let me check her out. She was a bald-headed Asian. She just had a mysterious look to her. And she had one video. I'm like, did she erase?
Like you see those people that have the one video and they might have 1 million views on that video, but then only have like 10,000 subscribers. So for them to have so many views and so many subscribers is just weird off of one video. That's strange.
She had 2 videos out because after she came out, let me show you the tattoo. She had another video talking about, oh, I'm so grateful. Like, I don't know. She just has no personality. I need to find her. I'm so grateful. How did I get to 1 million subscribers? I'm so old. It's like, what? How? You have no personality, but I don't know. Only God knows.
Somebody brought up a good point. I was wondering too, because there's this guy that we follow each other, but he has like 100,000 something subscribers, but his videos only get like 100 views. And I'm like, do they just buy the subscribers?
But how do you buy a subscriber? Is it an app?
I don't know. Like, I have gotten messages in my email that's linked to my channel, and people are like, "Oh, like the only way to grow is to buy," and they're like, "For this amount of money, you can buy this many subscribers, this many."
Oh, I have seen that.
And I'm like, I'm good.
But she the views of the subscribers. So she's at 1 million. She surpassed the views with that. Let me show you what I have to find her. She had no personality. Like, she's like, oh my God, this tattoo right here is, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, oh my goodness. I said, what am I watching? Like, oh.
Yeah. Silky said, "Can you buy views and subs in YouTube?" I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, because they sent me an email, and I've gotten Instagram messages a couple times about buying Instagram followers, and I was like,
I have seen that on Instagram.
I'm not trying to like put more money into stuff where I'll just grow as I go, like, or whatever. I'm like, I'm not trying to spend money on buying all these, because then what? Like, when YouTube does their purges, you're gonna have these fake subscribers. Like, isn't it just gonna purge them away? Like, I don't get
that happened to Tosh Time. She had like 50,000 subscribers, and they did their purge, and it took her down to 15 because I guess a lot of hers were bots and just inactive viewers. So when they did their last purge last year, she lost over half of her subs.
I did like. It was just bots that subscribed to her. Like, I still don't know how the bots work either.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but she said they told her it was bots and inactive accounts. So like when she first started, you know, everybody was like share for share or sub for sub, and then they just never continued on. So they were not active. Kia says yes, and it also reminds me they were recommending the Van Life Girl video to everyone, and even if you never typed in anything related. That's why they thought she worked for Google or YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she popped up like a lot of times. I'm like, but I thought it was because Tasty Mukbang, she does van life too. So I thought it was because of her. So I said maybe whatever. So I don't know. She kept coming up and girl, where you been?
Listen, I only knew Tasty from the drama. I didn't know nothing else about her.
Yeah, she does van life too. Her van got broken into recently.
Oh, what is she like asking for help too? Like a what's that thing? A GoFundMe or something?
Oh, she did? I don't know. I just know she was cussing everybody when everybody was coming at her. So that's how I remember.
What did Joe say? 20 views?
Joe said, I saw that she had 1 million subs. I think he's talking about the Van Life Girl.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, you see these huge channels and they're like 100 views a video tops. And I'm like,
oh, no. He's saying he's seen people that have 1 million subs but only have 20 views.
Yeah. I have somebody like that too. Like, she's a 200,000 subscribers and she got 100 views. I'm like, how's that? How?
But so the one person that emailed me for 1,000 subscribers, it was like $30. So if you're buying 1 million, like, I'm not trying to drop that amount of money like just to get something.
And I think it's just a mind game so that when people see, oh, you have 100,000 subscribers, you must be good, let me subscribe. But I don't do that. I'll watch you a few times. I'll like your video, but I'm not going to subscribe it to you until I feel like you earned it.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, I don't subscribe to big YouTubers anymore. And I know that's a bad thing. I used to, but I stopped because I don't watch none of them. It's so bad. I don't. So I don't think I'm subscribed to any big YouTuber at all.
No, I will tell you though, I have been getting into this gossip with the whole Mr. Star and his little crew.
Oh, Jeffree Star. Yeah.
I had never watched him before that. I was like, oh, I want to know what's this beauty drama. Like, I want to know.
The beauty community, it don't matter what color you are. It seemed like they all got drama.
They're all best friends, and they're all making videos where they're crying and like killing each other. And I'm like, whoa.
It'd be so dramatic over there. Hey,
since he had beef with when the James Charles and Tati, and I didn't even know who Tati was.
What did they call it? They called it Dramageddon 1. So now we're in Dramageddon 2.
I didn't know who Tati was because of drama.
My daughter came my daughter's like, Mom, there's another Tati video. And I said, I just wanted her palette. That's all I wanted. I
guess they all came at James Charles and were trying to take him down. And then it came out that it was like most of the stuff that they were coming at him wasn't even true. But now all the stuff surfaced because Jeffree and Shane. Well, Jeffree is just a racist, and Shane was getting shade because he did blackface, and then he was also making like pedophile comments, and so like
Willow, he was pretending ejaculating to Willow she was like 11 years old at the time.
And the Smith family, they came at him.
Yeah, Jada posted, and the boy Jada posted. The thing is like, if Will Smith said anything, he's already done probably anyway. But if Will Smith came, he would have been finished. If Will had said anything, which maybe that's why he didn't. But all the stuff where you're coming, to me, it's kind of like, how did y'all? Because I didn't know he did all that stuff because I never followed him.
Yeah, I didn't know
know. The people who did know, how come y'all didn't say nothing before? Instead, now because everybody's Black Lives Matter, now you want to pull up all this dirt. Y'all was still him. So y'all were just as guilty as he is because y'all didn't say anything, but now you want to out him, which is fine, but y'all should have outed him when it happened because you knew it was wrong then.
I told my daughter that. I said, why is this coming out now? How long ago was this? Now, I hate what, like, the thing about, like, that's why I don't really talk anymore, because these Black Lives Matter stuff, this happened before. This is not the first time we went through this, okay? And every time, like, it's like, oh, like, well, yeah, we hate this person. Jeffree Star is racist, and then we forget Jeffree Star was racist. Jeffree Star was racist before Jackie Aina. Oh, when he started attacking Jackie Aina, when he called Jackie Aina a rat, everybody's racist again. Jeffree Star is racist. Don't you dare come at Jackie Aina. But we knew he was racist before.
Right.
We knew that. I just hate with the fact that everybody does, like, it's like we forget. Somebody will do something and then we forget. And then we're like, oh, this one girl, she did a Jeffree Star thing. And then I watched her. I'm not even going to say who she is, but she was a bigger YouTuber at the time. This is when the Jackie Aina thing happened. This is when Jeffree Star started becoming popular. Everybody started buying his makeup palette stuff again.
Wait, Tasha. Who?
Jackie. She's a big beauty guru.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Tati was until I like saw all this. Like, I've just been getting it, and I only get it. I've never watched their makeup videos. I've just been watching this drama stuff because I have no life.
I didn't watch it. I watched it because I don't even watch Jackie Aina, but sometimes she comes because I watch hair and makeup. So she came on my thing, and then she made this video. She was very mad because she had beef with Juvia's Place at the time, and then she had beef with Jeffree Star. And I went on. I said, "Oh God, more drama. Let me see what's going on with Jeffree Star." And I read, and she's like so mad. Everybody was going against Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star came out and put an apology video to Jackie, and Jackie's like, "She's not gonna take it." And then everybody hated Jeffree, but he was racist already. Like, I don't understand. But
it's racist back in MySpace time because they have videos of him in MySpace saying the N-word when he's on the stage.
And then everybody was best friends with him then.
Exactly.
Why did it say Jackie Aina? And he was cool with Jackie Aina. Okay, Jackie Aina made a video all of a sudden because he assaulted her. Now she's mad, but he been racist. I don't understand how we could forgive, but when he's attacking you, it's a problem. Like, I just don't like. I don't think people understand what Black lives mean. Like, Black lives, we've been going through racism for years. Okay, this is not just because George Floyd died or Breonna Taylor. This has been happening for years, and I said that all the time. This blackout stuff, we already went through this. We went through this already. But people, every time that when we get to a certain level or we get to a certain time, Black Lives Matter. I told my sister, give it a couple of months. It's the same thing. Like, what are we going to do to change it? Okay, we're going to boycott Jeffree Star. But people still watch Jeffree. He's getting his views.
Social media is like a double-edged sword because everything gets brought to light. But then there's so much stuff that happens that as soon as everyone's making a big deal about one thing like Jeffree Star, and then something else happens, and then everyone's focused on that, and like Jeffree just skates on by, and then else skates on by because the focus is shifted.
And I mean, the thing is when like him and Jackie Aina fell out, a lot of the black people that follow him, they fell out too with her.
Yeah.
But there was more white people that supported him. So he kept growing because they didn't find it was a problem. They thought Jackie Aina was the problem. So instead of canceling him then, now y'all want to bring it up because it's kind of a cool thing to be part of the Black Lives Matter right now. So now everybody's like, yeah, he's such a racist. Y'all knew he was a racist then, but it was okay because he was doing it to someone you didn't care for. It was fine when it was Jackie because y'all didn't like her. But now that you're seeing that it's like a big thing and people are getting canceled, you're okay with jumping on the bandwagon. It's always a bandwagon.
Yeah.
That's how I remember when you came and Juvia's Place used him as the face of Juvia. Oh, you don't remember? This is how all this happened with Jackie Aina, Alyssa Forever. This is the poof. It was Mr. Jackie Star. Yeah.
I didn't watch it then. I just heard the aftermath. I did not know.
Yeah, she used him because I guess he used one of her products and she was promoting him like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And that's why Juvia's Place was canceled for a while. Then Juvia's owner had beef with Jackie Aina, which Jackie Aina is the YouTube god right now. So, Jackie Aina's like President Obama of YouTube. So you got beef with Jackie Aina, we got beef with you. That's
Juvia's Place was canceled. I missed that.
Girl, they called Jackie a monkey and everything. Yep, she slept with her man. I'm gonna find the article. Yeah, it was a big thing. Everybody was canceling Juvia's Place because Juvia's Place used Jeffree Star, and then she's like, oh, she could promote Jeffree Star and pay Jeffree Star, and then I get other black YouTubers.
Wait, so is this Juvia's Place? I don't know any of this. Like, I'm so new to the community.
It's a makeup company.
Oh, it's a makeup company. Okay, I thought it was a YouTuber, and that's I was gonna ask. I was like, was she is she white or black? Okay, so
yeah,
it's a makeup company that was using him. Okay.
But it's black owned.
Yeah, she's one of the big black owned companies.
Okay.
So then
the problem is that she posted Jeffree on a white man, and paid him, but didn't pay her black people that she has on her.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know all that happened because I wasn't really into it back then. I just heard later, like the aftermath with a bunch of stuff, but I didn't know all the details.
That's why I was like, when Juvia's people started promoting Juvia, I said, oh, Juvia's Place is not canceled no more. Because I see everybody rocking Juvia's Place, but before, everybody canceled. It's canceled. And then it was her against talking about, then I guess Jackie Aina said something about the owner of Juvia's Place bleaching her skin. Oh, girl, you look it up, it's everywhere. And she went in at Jackie Aina, talking about Jackie Aina was sleeping with somebody's husband. Jesus. I was like, what's going on? As I still read. What's yeah, she put it on her public platform. She put it out there, but I think she did do another post again. Like, I think they're still beefing. Like, they're not cool at all. But it was Alyssa Forever that made a video. She's another, like, a light skin. She's light skinned. She got nice eyes. She has a twin.
A twin, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
She was the one who came out saying that Juvia's Place, that, she promoted Juvia's Place. They don't pay her. And then Jackie Aina tag team. That's how it started.
Okay, because I know. Because one thing Jackie will do is she's good at calling out companies like, y'all use our culture, but you ain't paying us, or you ain't putting us on the thing. Like, she calls out people and she's not scared. But she also has a platform where she could do it and back it up. And so her voice matters. But I love that she's not afraid because she'll say, we missed some good stuff in this chat. Hold on. Okay. Kia said the people that were big on YouTube back then got blackballed when they made videos against Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. And I remember hearing about that. Kia also said Lovely T brought all the receipts. This dude was friends and lived with Shane Dawson, made a video about him and his mom being racist. A black dude. Who was the black dude?
Who?
The person that lived with them was the black dude, Kia. PJ said, Jeffree Star looks dead, and I can't stand him.
He has eyebrows, and it's so
does look like Skeletor.
He looks like an alien. Like, yeah,
he does. Because his eyes like sunk in, and he got that big old square forehead, and he just looks half dead.
That's why he calls himself alien. He calls himself an alien because he knows he looks like him.
Yeah, I've never watched one of his beauty. Like, I just got into James Charles. Like, what? Spice. It was like when I was watching his little reality thing. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, James Charles, and oh,
His original YouTube thing. We kept saying, I can't believe it. Is that really his voice? And I said, that's his
it was so weird. It was he was the weirdest voice, and I was like, wait, is that what he sounds like?
He's always like that. Let's see, where was I at?
Phone Jones.
Yeah, and Keisha said, and they blackballed him from YouTube. He says because he used to be a big old baby. Think of his name. I'm not sure why. I'm missing that. I'm not connecting it. My Time. Hey, My Time. BLM is admittingly Marxist group by their own words, etc. Okay. Kia, they're doing it for clout. PJ, folks use the BLM for their benefit and don't really support the cause. I can't stand. That's the thing, PJ. Everybody's using it. Here's the thing that got me. Y'all gotta be now. Don't be sleep, because all these I've been really going into these black-owned businesses, and these people will put a black person on their thing, on their page, all black models, and then it just be a Becky in the background. She is not black owned, but they're trying to make you think that she is, and they're putting Black Lives Matter on their masks. They got Black Lives Matter shirts and portraying themselves as being black owned, and they're not. So y'all better make sure, because I've been asking them. And
I think I remember you saying something about it before, and that's how I was like, oh shit, man. People are
sometimes it's either they're Asian, a couple of them were Asian, which is fine, but say that. Put Asian people in your video. Don't have people looking like me, because I'm looking for people that look like me. It seems like y'all are that, and you're not. But I've been asking them, and of course, if they're black owned, I get a response just like that. If they're not black owned, I never hear from them again. And they're not like huge businesses either, so it ain't like you got that many emails. Anyway, Deirdre said, when we don't matter anymore, they're gonna go back, move to something else. That's exactly the case, because right now it's hot. PJ, she said it was all over Twitter. Girl, I don't be on Twitter. I don't understand how to use Twitter. That confuses me.
I had Twitter for like 3 months and I hated it.
My Time says, and their use this called the trigger event to push the narrative to bring in Marxism. Who's My Time? Phone Jones, cancel culture only lasts for a few months. Some people should watch these real funny brothers call it for what it is, the conservatives. Oh, those two, the Hodge twins. Have you heard about the Hodge twins? They do.
I've heard of them, but I never watched them.
They're two corny dudes. I mean, they're corny and they're just so wrong. I mean, they're. I don't even want to give them any airtime.
Is it the twins that were basically dismissing BLM?
Yes. And
okay, because I had a family member. Well, look, they said, and I'm like,
right. Those don't pick those two to speak for the group. Please don't.
Right? And that's why I was like,
yeah, they're black.
Yeah.
Texas. So you knew you was black in Texas, and they run around here acting like they ain't. It drives me insane. I used to like they would do car bongs all the time, and they're kind of funny. But when they start talking about like they just said some really empty.
So it was them, and then there was that chick. I can't remember her name right now.
Candace Owens.
Yeah, and my family's posting, and I'm just like,
if those are the only two examples you can pick, that's where you go wrong. If they're the only two people, and the thing about Candace Owens is she's not a dumb girl. She's very smart.
Yeah, she sounds like intelligent.
So misguided. She's so misguided, and it's so frustrating because she's very intelligent, but she just Silky Stacks, or I'm sorry, Kia said, I've never watched him or Shane Dawson. I just know them because they're always in a mess. Silky says, right, Kia, I remember Jeffree Star from the MySpace days, but never heard of Shane Dawson. And I only heard of Shane Dawson because I was used to watch Trisha Paytas, and they were like best friends at the time.
I tried to watch one Trisha Paytas thing, and she was like crawling on the floor, just like white trash, and I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, last time I watched her, she was making out with the pillow. What's going on here?
Sounds about right. Kia said, yes, Spice, just like Black African Mall, the clothing company, they appropriate a lot, but Asian owned. And the hair, they do it with the hair companies too.
Mhm.
Silky says, I have and I can't. Phone Joe, yes, I've heard of them. Can't stand them. JC says, woo chow, I can't with Candace. Oh, Candace. What's her name? Candace Owens. And then PJ. Trisha is a whole train wreck. She is, but sometimes when I'm in a mood to just see some mess, I do pop over there because she is always in some mess.
She's always crying. Poor girl.
She is.
Always
She's just so good at being a troll, and sometimes I think people don't realize that's what.
That's what people were. Just because I've been like following all this drama right now, and I didn't realize like Trisha was friends with Jeffrey and Shane and all them, and so but then they were like just saying like all this craziness, and I was like, whoa, where have I been? I like live under a rock. I don't follow any of these big people. The only one I did follow is Jenna, because Jenna's one of the first channels I started watching when I joined YouTube, and I was like, oh, she's funny. She's like stupid, but she's funny. But
Kelly said Candace Owens filed her own discrimination case against her old job and got a settlement. I think she got $38,000. I cannot with Candace. See, because like if she's one that's always touting like if we have the same opportunities, we need to just try harder and do all these things. Like she does not. I don't even know what the word is. She basically goes against what Black people are going through. But then for you to claim discrimination, how come it works for you and not everybody else?
Yeah.
My time, just like the brother that had his little girl shot, and he said it, if Black lives don't matter to our own, how will it matter to anyone else? I don't know what that's about.
What brother? What?
I don't know.
That had his little girl shot and said, I remember.
The thing about it, like even with Terry Crews, I don't know if y'all saw, but Don Lemon kind of got him together a little bit the other day because Terry Crews was trying to combine gun violence and Black Lives Matter movement, being like saying the same thing as my time. If we don't care about our own lives, then why should anybody else? We're not talking about gun violence. Yeah, that's a whole nother issue. And that's one that definitely should be addressed. We're talking about police brutality. And the thing about it is what he made a point was, yeah, I think so too, Silky. I've already peeped that. But what Don was saying is like, if we live amongst each other, even in white communities, 80% of white people killed are by other white people. But nobody talks about that. You just talk about Black people killing other Black people. A whole nother subject that definitely needs attention. But Black Lives Matter is completely separate. It is about police brutality, and you cannot combine them together. And if Black people are killing other Black people, that does not give police the right to do it. So Terry Crews is canceled in my book because he just keeps running his mouth and saying reckless things.
Well, I didn't know that.
You have this platform. If you don't agree, even if you don't agree, there's a way to say things that does not take away from the whole movement. Now you take the one white people who are looking for a Black person to go that they have on their side, you're giving them that so that they discredit every other thing we're trying to do to improve our rights.
I don't think anybody will ever understand if it was Terry Crews' son that they choked to death, then it'd probably be different. I don't even like people, some people, they like to stick on a lot of white people's side so they don't lose contracts and lose certain things. It's not about keeping it close with Black people, but a lot of people feel as all white people's not bad people. That's not what we're saying. Because like everybody I watch, they go, oh, you think all white people's bad people. Did we say all people's bad? There's bad Black people. There's bad Asian people. But if we was going around Black people shooting up all white people, it would have been a problem, right? But if that was your son, Terry Crews, that they choked to death, that was screaming, help me, please, it would have been different. But because the fact that it's not blood, it's not someone that matters to you, it's Black people acting crazy. But if it was somebody that you knew that went through that, it would have been a different story. That's why I don't listen to these little celebrities, because they don't want to lose contract. They still want to be cool with the white man. But the white man's laughing at you. That's what they don't get. You're a joke.
That's the thing. Y'all think that when it comes down to it, they gonna come help you. You are just another N-word like I am. They are not going to put you at no higher level, Candace Owen. And I hate that you spell your name like me too. But still, there's not going to be a difference. We're both going to be N-words to them. And you, until you get that, because I think she just got married to this white guy who's like really rich. When the pressure comes down to him for whatever, and if he ever has to choose, boo-boo, it's not going to be you. He's not choosing you. Because you're just, right now, you are just a prop in his life.
Well, and the thing that like drives me crazy, like you said, I think something happened in her life that got her off the track of thinking that. Because my family, and which you guys know, like I've blocked and like unfriended all my family, but they were using the whole Candace Owen and those twins, and there was someone else too, and they're like, well, they say this. I'm like, they do not speak for everyone. Like, listen to the amount of people that are speaking out and everything that's going on. And then you have the one or two people that are, and like white people are clinging on to that and be like, well, they say, like,
yeah,
it's driving me insane. And of course, they don't want to listen to anything. Well, if there's one black person that doesn't go with the whole Black Lives Matter, then it's discredited, like it's over. And I'm like,
they're only looking for answers that fit the narrative they want to play.
Yeah.
That's it. And as soon as and that's the thing that's so damaging, is because it's like, even if you don't think what we're doing is right, that's like you going and talking about your family or your people in a bad light. Just shut up. You don't have to say anything, but for you to say things that will totally take away from what people are literally dying for out here, that's what makes it disgusting. Because at the end of the day, George Floyd was still murdered. It doesn't matter what happened down the street at the barbecue. We're talking about these police who killed this man, who was innocent, mind you. So it's about, like Kelly said, police brutality and systematic racism. It's two separate issues. Stop putting it together. PJ said Terry need to just go somewhere and pump his chest to musical chairs and hush. Because that's all he's good for, is them pet bumps he do. Silky said, yes, there are two different issues, and I hate when people try to mix them up. It's annoying. It's so annoying. And there's people that are doing really good things, and there are some changes that are happening. And I think that because this, we're putting so much attention on it, but sometimes it's just better to shut up than say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that, Kelly. Kelly said Candace and her hubby had a MAGA hat on her wedding cake. Who does that? I cannot with
I didn't know that.
She was on this panel with T.I. What's that guy?
I saw that.
Killer Mike was the host. And that was when I was like, the things that she's saying in that specific instance, not all instances, but that specific instance, she had a lot of valid points. And it was like, even Killer Mike was like, look, if she's right, she's right. You can't boo her just because you hate who she is. She had valid points, but then the way she takes the point, like where she takes it next, is we're like, girl, I could have almost defended you, but then you went and started talking sideways. I don't get that. She's very intelligent. She just uses it wrong. Kia said my phone died when I was typing.
I hate that. And especially when I'm passionate, I'm trying to type and it dies. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, y'all, we were supposed to be off a whole hour ago. We was doing the church announcement an hour ago. Y'all, I can't be fooling with y'all. Y'all keep me on here all day.
You know me. I like long lives. I like it. I like going on everybody's life.
This is my last live. Like, only an hour.
I said, only an hour. I set my alarm for this. Why didn't make it longer?
I was trying to be considerate. I thought folks had to. Oh, it's funny. A couple people were like, "You needs to be longer next time." I said, "Listen, I'm buying these products. I can't be buying 2 hours worth of products every week.
I know, right?
That's a lot." So, okay, y'all, we gotta cut this.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna just Jeremiah posting back and forth. So,
all right. Tasha's goes live on Mondays at 6 Eastern. We go live on Tuesdays at 6 Eastern. I go live Thursdays at 6 Eastern. And Tootsie goes live Saturdays at 6 Eastern. In the meantime, y'all can check out our channels for other content. Otherwise, we will see you on those days on our lives. This week, some of our guests in the building will be on the live with me, Silky Sax and Deanna. So come by and support them. And we'll be back next week. Oh, and look out for the poll because we're going to be putting a poll up for the name of our show because we're going to start its own channel. So we need y'all to vote and help us pick. If you have suggestions for the title, make sure you send those in too, and we will go on that. All right, y'all.
For you, my time. This is for you. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm not even going to read it. All right, y'all. Bye. In.